Hello everyone, welcome to Ready City Crit. I'm your Dungeon Master, Harna, and joining me is my usual rigmarole of players. Let's start off with the person who would die fastest in a horror movie setting, and then we'll work our way up to the one who would, survive to the end.
What kind of horror movie?
That's up to that. I don't go that deep into these prompts. You guys are the ones who pick them up.
Whether it's a comedy or a serious one, I have a feeling that I would die the first because I'm just stupid.
You're gonna argue that you're dying last.
They'd put out like a jammy dodger at the top of the stairs.
There'd be a weird noise in a dark room, and you'd be like, I better check that out.
Yeah, I'd be like, you know what could that be? Or there's a biscuit at the top of the stairs, and I'm like, oh, look, a biscuit. And as I bend down for the biscuit, random axe falls out and kills me, and I fall down the stairs and I die. So, hello, I am Ryan, and I play Cyrus Revenmore, the Orc Barbarian.
To be fair, going off our Among Us games, that does stack pretty well.
Yeah, I got it because I'm pretty clumsy. I will definitely end up like tripping down some stairs and
you'll trip over me.
Hi, I'm Anthony. I played Berestark, who's the Satyr Rogue Fighter, and I'll pass it on to the next.
I like that suggests you wouldn't even die like to a killer. You would just like die alongside.
I'll go next because if I have to move somewhere, knowing me, I'll injure myself in some way that means I can't run. So it's either I wait in a cupboard, wait for the death to come find me, or I wait on the floor in agony for the death to appear. So I'm Will and Faithful Gear, the Juragar Ranger. On to our two survivalists.
I don't know, I'll go next, but I was like really confused right now. But hi, I'm Mary, play Asher, the only ASMR cleric at the minute. Yeah, I feel like at the minute, who knows? Yeah, I feel like I'm very much like, no, the fuck you didn't hear that. Just you stay in your corner. Don't you do anything.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
No, to be fair, I feel like Mary, if you got scared, you just go full like Northern Irish and just go, fucking get back over there.
I guess I get. Yay! It's last girl standing trope. Hi, I'm George. I play Alice Merle, the Allen Druid, and I think the only reason I would survive a horror movie is the second shit starts going downhill, I just leave. Like, a couple bumps and creaks, I'm fine. If the walls start weeping blood, I'm just going to call a taxi and go, guys.
I've seen too many episodes of Supernatural. I'm getting the fuck out. Bye, folks.
Why am I just picturing now my body at the top of the stairs, Anthony at the bottom of the stairs because he fell over me, Will is spraying himself trying to get to me, Mary's in the corner of the room fighting whatever we're dealing with, and George is just like, I'm out.
I'm just like, it's just like
George
the fucking meme with the pizza, but I just turn around and leave again.
It's
like
between
Abe
the
Simpson.
camera pans to the four of us and then zooms out, zooms to 2 miles away to a car driving down the road. George just...
See, there is one specific horror movie, though, where I am absolutely doomed, and it is the specific trope of white family moving into a beautiful house in the countryside where they will all die, because I am 100% the dad with, like, look at this, it's beautiful! Whilst my, like, ungrateful children are like, we're gonna die.
Coming out of the walls, it's aesthetic.
Or the eyes following you in the paintings.
I do like the concept of surviving a horror movie by just changing the genre. Like, the second you start getting haunted by a ghost, like, turn it like hard action, just like pull out fucking, machine guns from somewhere and start doing cheesy one-liners. It's like, I'm gonna survive now because I'm an action movie protagonist.
You just
or worse, it becomes a rom-com.
You described that one.
I mean, considering that I played Date Everything and literally romanced the concept of nightmares, I think I'd be alright.
You're just describing a TikToker that does it, and it's like the whole skit is a monster under the bed, and the monster under the bed's trying to thing, and he just pulls out a gun, and just goes, no, down, get.
It was the one with, like, the guy in the walls, and he was, like, meant to be really horrific, but they made him, like, low-key kind of hot. Brahms. Let me Google this to see if I'm, like, outing myself too much now.
I think you've outed yourself enough, George.
So, while George is looking at that, does anyone remind us what happened last time?
I stand by it. He's in a creepy mask the whole time, but, like, I stand by it.
We got ourselves arrested because that was the best plan that we could come up with.
We didn't want the intellect devourer to escape.
We got ourselves arrested because that was the best plan that someone came up with, and we chilled in the cell. We tried to figure out who it was. We all had some lovely conversations before nappy times, and then we woke up, and everybody
We started the interrogation.
Just interrogation. Everybody agreed it was me.
Yeah, we were interrogating you.
The little brain was fighting for his life, trying to pass himself off as Cyrus. Didn't work out though, so we tried bargaining, and nobody would let him bargain.
And then he was like, maybe I can get out of here. And then Barros was like, boom, boom, motherfucker. Because the kobold secretly planted explosives in all of our brain, which I, again, think should be priority numero uno when we get out of here.
I don't have a bomb in my brain. I'm fine.
You got a whole new brain. And everything. Speaking of, Cyrus's head go boom. And then Atlas make new body.
Atlas make new Cyrus.
Atlas make new Cyrus. Meanwhile, Cyrus does hell for a little bit.
Yeah, he does 8 hours of like constant death and agony, and he's a lemur, which is a flesh blob, and the flesh blob climbs out of the goo and gets sucked up into the front lines, dies, and then returns to the goo, comes back as a flesh blob.
I saw.
And the demons are like, "Hey, buddy, you can." It's a pyramid scheme.
It's
you
a pyramid
can get
scheme.
to the top one day if you keep going.
I saw a great comic with Karlak, and she's like being told by a devil, she's like, "You will be fighting alongside the lemurs," and she's like imagining like lemur soldiers, like ringtailed lemurs. She's like, that's actually kind of exciting. And then it's like on the front line with this like gross flash. She was like, "Aww."
That's exciting.
So yeah.
So Atlas made new Cyrus and was like, "Hey, look at that, great job!" And then Cyrus woke up screaming.
Yeah. Yep. She didn't even get to say it. She finished, went to speak, and then screaming.
And as that is all happening, we pretty much jump right back into that moment as you were all
Quick, Ryan,
still in the hole
screaming.
itself.
Cyrus pulls himself. He literally just shuts up like the Undertaker. If anybody ever watched wrestling, he just rises, screaming, stands up. He's looking around frantically.
Successful deck save from Atlas, who dodges out the way, who's been kneeling over his body.
Well, the new body landed beside because you were holding his old body.
I imagine she's had to move around quite a bit in this ritual. She's making a whole ass person out of like oil. Gross.
I died! I fucking died!
Cyrus?
Frantic look.
I mean, I hope so, or I really fucked up.
What happened?
What
You died.
I know I died. What happened? 1 minute I was holding the brain, and next thing I know, I'm in fucking hell.
We're hearing two Ryans through Mary's mic.
He's being
as well.
very loud.
Get to take it off.
I put it on, I was getting ready to talk, but you kept talking.
I'm sorry. Push to talk errors. I will try and take beats before saying my next sentence.
Just raise to speak, hand to speak.
Yeah, you can only speak if
Who
you're
has
talking
the speaking bear?
Yeah. That's a long traveling bear if we're gonna do that.
I know I died. Tell me how the fuck it happened.
An intellect devourer ate your brain.
But it was in my hands.
Yeah.
Why did he kill me?
Oof.
He popped into your head and took you over.
If it makes you feel better, we realized almost immediately. Sort of.
I mean, you say that, but we all discussed it for several hours.
That's why I said sort of.
How did you not know it wasn't me?
I had all your memories and voice and shit.
It just disappeared, Cyrus. I had to track where it went, and it went to you.
You knew it went somewhere.
So you killed it on the spot when you knew it was in me, right?
I wanted to.
What's the thinking? Why did you wait?
We waited till we got to a safe place and got everyone else out, so it didn't bop to somebody else.
Right. Okay. So the council, what happened with the council?
Oh, we got a ship and stuff.
They're on our side. They just need someone to be embassy? No. What was the word, Barros? Escort?
Emissary.
Babysitter.
That's them. Babysitter.
Yeah, probably.
We're going on a military expedition to Sentinel Station to basically observe the destruction there and gather more evidence. A council member will be there to basically, as an emissary, to basically be a witness to the actual everything that's going on rather than the second hand.
You mean to tell me that we showed them a couple of bodies, all of the equipment that the elite had used, a fucking brain devourer twice, Saparna, and then I got possessed, and they still don't believe us?
While Cyrus is distracted, Atlas is just going to cover the, like, gory head stump of his previous body with her cloak.
They majority believe
he doesn't need to look at that.
Does anyone want to give Cyrus some clothes?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Looks down.
I mean, I've got some, but I don't think they'll fit.
Also, I don't think meat wings are going to be a problem anymore, Cyrus.
Where's Cyrus's pack? He has some.
Is there anything reflective?
You could probably go up to the glass. Like, obviously, it's kind of like a one-way glass, so it wouldn't be like necessarily like mirrored, but like, you know, it would like probably be more of that like opaque or colored kind of glass. But you can like see at least your like a vague outline. It's probably a little bit translucent, so it's like a hazy. It's not like a perfect mirror.
Cyrus probably just like pushes past everyone.
There's also like your weapons and stuff. You could like pick up an axe and like look at the axe blade, like if you want to look like some of that.
How shiny would Cyrus's shield be?
I mean,
how nice do you keep it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I imagine you were probably trained to like keep things in good condition.
Yeah,
so
he'll just pick up the shield and like look at himself.
Yep.
Well, that's different.
Atlas will rummage through Cyrus's old pack and pull out the fancy clothes that Cyrus had.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna fit me anymore.
Better than hanging out.
Pastor probably gets a cloak and just like he can use it as a blanket or to cover.
He'll just like wrap it around him like a towel.
Is it one of those outrageously tiny little towels that just barely goes all the way around?
Like a loincloth.
Yeah.
Cyrus is going to start stripping his old body of equipment.
Sure.
He's not taking the clothes because they're not going to fit him, but he just starts taking the tools, the sword, the shield, any of his wine stuff. He's just like picking up straps. So what now? How long are we in here for?
Well, we might be actually arrested now.
Wait, so we weren't actually arrested to begin with?
No, I got everyone thrown in here because then we were all in one place and...
So you trapped yourselves in a cell with an intellect devour?
Yeah.
And you didn't think it might jump into one of you?
Well, if
It
it's
had to
already got
jump
one
out of
body,
you
I don't
first.
think it's gonna do... Yeah, it has to come out of you first. So...
We didn't give it enough time to.
How did you get it out of me?
We didn't. Well, Beros didn't.
Well, technically we did in a lot of
Lots
pieces.
of little tiny pieces.
That would explain the,
The cloak is still like
how am
draped
I-
over the like head stump.
There's a lot of blood, so I'm
Yeah,
assuming...
there's so much blood and like brains splattered up the wall, but she's trying her best to hide it.
In the other news, you happen to be the only person in the party that doesn't currently have a bomb in your brain.
I'm sorry, what?
Fitz got trigger happy again.
Yeah, he's put small explosives in everyone's head.
You see it like it's a bad thing. I don't know if it is or not.
Well,
It is a
I'm not-
good contingency plan.
Okay, Fizz, we need to talk about your contingency plans. I appreciate the effort. The ship was a very good idea. I think putting bombs in people's heads is a little too far, even if it was useful in this very singular incident.
But look, I
still
mean, all I'm
amazed he
saying
managed to
is,
put them in Barros's head.
Yeah.
Like,
All-
he
all
didn't
I'm saying
wake
is,
up everyone.
you know, bombs in ship, you know, good. But like bombs in like your head, that's just kind of like the ship for your brain, you know?
Did you go through our mouths or our ears?
Oh, it depends.
Or eye? I really hope it wasn't eye. I don't know why though.
We're gonna have a discussion after this, Fizz.
Okay.
You did say
Question.
you kind of.
No, I appreciate the killing the intellect devourer, and thank you for whoever brought me back.
Extra points at Atlas.
It's not exactly what I would have imagined, but it'll do.
I don't exactly get to pick. I mean like a little, but not really.
Right. Well,
Look on the bright side,
I'm
you
not
could have come
dead.
back as a gnome or something.
Not to point out the elephant in the room, but is anyone going to be using this? And Jessa is like hovering over Cyrus's old body.
Asher probably goes nearly half hours like, you keep the fuck away from him.
I'm just saying, I'm sure it would make a fine series of rations.
Nope.
I think we need to burn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Cooked could be even better.
No, burned and destroyed, not burned and consumed.
I mean, in theory, it's totally fine now. I mean, I'm not saying we should eat it, like, unless we're in deep space and someone
Waste of
dies. I'm
one.
kind of anti-cannibalism. But,
Paris, you're not making celestial dip out of Cyrus's remains. Like,
I don't
that's
think that
too
would
far.
work anyway.
If the
So
gods
is that
come in and
celestial
see
celestial
this,
dip with a
Is it
side of
like,
celestial
some,
barbecue.
guts and like just goop.
Yeah,
I
all the
don't
dead
know, and I don't want
patrons.
to know.
Anyway,
It's the dead
I don't think we need
patrons
to
stirring
eat
it up in a
him, but
millstone.
I don't think he's like a biohazard any more than your average corpse. Because, like, realistically, the bit that had the mind flayer in is kind of splattered. There's actually some on the ceiling right now. We should move before that drips.
I'm gonna sit down. And Cyrus just sits down in the corner for a second. He's just processing.
Beros will pull out a biscuit and start walking over towards Cyrus.
Barrels, I will slap you too. I will not.
What? I need to know if it tastes like celestial dip.
No, you don't. I was using
For
that
science.
metaphor. No.
And I'll quickly dip it into like a part of Cyrus, and then like just start coughing.
Dip it into the neck stump like it's a dip bowl.
Madame, my
Celestial
madam.
dip is actually made out of that. It's just an
Does it taste like celestial dip?
If it tastes
No.
exactly like celestial dip, we've uncovered a horrible secret.
Not it tastes as you would expect it to taste.
Blood.
It kind of tastes like corpse. Not
It's
really celestial.
It's questionable that you know that taste, but okay.
I've eaten people before.
Do geese see God?
So, do we want to burn that body now?
Cyrus
or...
has a little canister of oil in his backpack. He pulls out the oil, throws it on the body, and brings a tinderbox to it.
No, Cyrus, we're locked in here.
Cyrus,
Don't do that.
We're in a locked room.
You're not
Doesn't care.
fireproof
Doing it anyway.
anymore.
Okay.
Just start
Does it anyway.
banging on
Does
the
it
door.
anyway.
Cyrus lights
Does it anyway.
lights the oil.
I'm gonna start banging on
Begins
the
to burn the
door.
body. You start banging on the door. The room begins to smell fairly quickly.
I will-
First the burning oil, and then you smell like the horrible scent of like burnt fingernails and burning flesh, which is kind of like somehow both delicious and off-putting all at once.
Atlas casually pulling her mask from her. Oh no, she has her star mark, so she
Atlas
doesn't.
is trying
It
not to
filters
throw up.
anyway. She's doing fine.
If we look at our carnivorous one, is there drool like?
I mean, Sunshine's not like, you know.
No, not sunshine.
Sounds like
Yes,
the
that-
most shit
Oh yeah,
out of everyone.
Jessa's just like, you know, you see Jessa's kind of looking around, looking at it, going like, Goes like, I think we could probably call this off around about the well done region. We don't have to go all the way.
If you move, I'll cut your head off.
Well, that would
No,
make it
not
quite
heal it.
difficult to live.
Depending on when Fizz got around to all the explosives, you might not even need to cut.
Yeah, you have one for Jessa as well.
And again, when we get out, that's the number one priority Cyrus you could really do with a pair of pants. Priority number 2, explosives in our head.
Hmm.
I mean, I could probably just remove them.
No, because you're just going to put in a different explosive. I do not trust you having put the explosive in to take it out again.
No, why would I put it? If I'm trying to remove it, I'm not going to put another one in. That would be silly.
Do you have
You'll
one?
put something in and stuff.
Do I have one?
Explosive.
No.
Why not?
I have one. I'm just fucking with you. It's in the bag somewhere.
Cyrus crawling through the vent like, what does this weird little remote do across the ship? Oh, God!
Just we're blind. We're blind.
Okay.
Everyone fades
You
to
start
Is this
banging.
room ventilated, or are we
I'm
just like
still
slowly gonna
banging-
suffocate?
I'm banging on the door like that.
It's not like an airtight room, so yes, the smoke is able to leave and not like clog you out.
It's just
Eventually, after making
gross
up a
and
racket,
smoky.
the guard does come open the door. It's like, oh fucking it! Oh god! Oh, what the fuck have you done? Oh, what the fuck is that?
Well, that's an orc. That's a rude thing to say.
I'm not asking about the orc. I'm asking about the burning corpse. Oh, there's fucking blood in the ceiling.
Well, first he exploded, and then he set himself on fire, so...
Yeah.
He did that to himself? You mean to tell me he
Yeah.
blew himself up and then, after the fact, set himself on fire?
Yes.
Orc
Do me a
is
favor,
the same
buddy.
person.
Don't
Jail
think
really
about it too
gets
hard.
Jail really gets to some people, you know.
Yeah.
Atlas, make me a a deception check. A flat roll as your allies are helping, but it's a kind of unbelievable situation.
24? I don't know if that's Atlas's super deceptive, or the guy is just like, I don't want to keep
fucking done
asking
with this,
questions
I'm
about
fucking done
this.
with these guys.
Well, I guess if you guys are... You just get out of here. I'm done with this shit. Just go. Oh, God. Could you at least have cleaned up after him?
I mean,
In
If
our
you need
defense,
to,
someone
I can
also
stay and
came in
clean
here
up.
Threw up, so...
No, her cleaning up will be very questionable. Get someone to cast prestidigitation if you have them.
Oh,
I won't.
God. Okay, fine. Whatever.
Maybe a few times.
I mean, if it helps, we can just use a dragon here. Can just boost some fire, more fire.
No. Just stop burning it. It stinks. You're stinking at the whole fucking level.
Right. Well, I think it's time to go now. We've done what we needed to do.
Yeah, let's go.
all trickle out the cell as you kind of
Alice
like.
is still just covered in like magic oil and viscera, by the way. Like, don't have prestidigitation, can't clean that shit up.
As you head out towards like the main kind of like public area of the OSEC level, there is waiting for you one of the members of the actual security teams, and he kind of approaches you, gives a little small nod. He's like this elvish man, and he's like, well, good, glad that you are seemingly all fine and well. I have a message from the chieftain Kino Shorklau. They have got themselves sorted, and they are organized and are currently waiting aboard the Thunderhead Tyrant, which is currently docked at the OSEC dock. The captain of the Thunderhead Tyrant has asked High Admiral Brax von Tuskenbane, he has asked if he would like us to transfer the Chimera to his hangars.
I know. Did Days ever wake up, or are we just still carrying?
She's
on
like
Days?
probably drunk, like a little bit, like oh, like you're like she's like come along.
Astra's probably half dragging her.
Yeah.
Was like cast us the restoration, or just let her.
I don't think she'd be awake anyway.
She likes worse off than I do.
I can carry her if you need to.
She had a few drinks.
She needed that. No, it's okay. I got her.
I mean, the last time you saw her, she was sobbing over her father's corpse, so you know.
Did she just take it to her stash in the cell, or...?
She got drunk and then got thrown in the cell with us, so...
You let these go when you weren't
no, she
sure
kind of
where the
ran
intellect
away.
of her was.
She's very
I know.
fast, okay? I can't fly in the hallways, they're too narrow.
I'm pretty sure I've seen you fly in the amalgamate before.
I'm pretty sure we knew by that point that it wasn't in days, so we weren't that worried. We knew where it was. It was just precautions.
I located it to you, Cyrus, pretty early on. We just need to get you somewhere away from crowds. Granted, probably could have picked a less prison spot, but here we are.
Oh.
Right, Thunderhead.
I'm gonna stop by the market. Just cause I think I need a... Huh. Cyrus looks at his hollow strap.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can I use that?
Put it on. Doesn't recognize you biologically.
Fuck.
Question, Cyrus. Try
Yes.
me. I don't know
Gives
if
it
it
to
works in
Astra.
siblings.
Put it on. Doesn't work biologically.
Was worth a shot.
Just locked out.
Wait. Asha pulls out like the hoard that she had, like tucked away. I was like keeping it in case you wanted to bring yourself back as what you were, and also memento. But nah, might help you biometrically unlock it. I suppose it's keratin. I don't know.
I'll wrap the hollow strap around the horn as best I can.
Make me a Arcana check.
Why?
Because you're currently trying to bypass a fucking thumbprint with, like, the equivalent of, like, a
Needles.
plasticine, like, thumbprint on your thumb. Be like,
12.
like, you kind of, like, it's not... You know, whenever you take a smartwatch off and like it realizes like it's not on the on a ball anymore, so like it locks. It's kind of like that.
Oh,
Where, like there's definitely like a little sweet spot on the horn where it works, but like the second you move it, it like phew, it just like locks out again. Like so, it's like anything gonna do something, it takes like 5 or 6 attempts of like trying to get it done. But you can
If
like
you want
get
some
there.
extra Cyrus DNA, I think I'm covered in it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. Fulgiron might need you to hack this thing.
I can give it a shot. No
Asha takes the
promises,
horn
though.
back because she's worried what Cyrus will do, but she's like, I'll keep that.
Well, while you're deciding about what you'd like us to do with the Chimera, I can get you
Yeah.
some clothing from the prison stores if that would help.
In regards to the Chimera, we will transfer it onto the ship. It will save us a job. That was the intention anyway.
Certainly, I'll get that in place. Then, whenever you're ready, if you come back to OSEC here, we'll take you down to the OSEC dock, and we will get you aboard the Thunder Tyrant. We're good to go. We are just prepping everything for the journey at this time. I'll get you some clothes, sir. And he goes away. He comes back shortly. He has a folded little set of effectively gray sweatpants, gray jumper, and it's like, there you go. He also has a pair of very basic slip-on guddies. Gives you those as well.
As he turns around and he's putting it on, is there writing on the back
yeah, but it probably says the inescapable across the back.
And then the sweatshirt says, "I escaped the inescapable prison, and all I got was this stupid sweatshirt."
Yeah. That reminds me, Cyrus. New body.
Yes.
I need a test of strength. I want to know who's strongest now. I know you were always slightly stronger than me last time, but I want to know now.
If you want to take off your gloves, sure.
Yeah, no. Hey, that's my handicap.
Then it's an unfair contest.
That's the size difference handicap. You've got a lot more muscle mass behind you.
I'm the same strength. My stats are the same.
Can we just go get on the ship? I would really like to shower.
I need to get this
and
coffee.
Sleep.
It's okay, dear. It's okay, we got a new ship.
I'm more surprised that body did not act as smelling salts.
I've got some gold and silver on me, so I'll maybe take that to the market and see if it'll work.
Well, I can come with you if you need some money.
Sure. Might be expensive.
You just see Volgir's arm just
Okay, so you guys are going to head down to the commercial level?
Yes.
Is that just Volgir and Cyrus?
I'll go as well.
Eros?
Alice will not go with. She wants a shower and a nap, and she's mad at everyone.
Your crew will aim to return to the Chimera, so they'll probably go with the guy and help, orchestrate the transfer to the aboard the Thunderhead. If anyone would like to go with them, you can.
Astra probably take Diaz with them to help get her to familiar surroundings.
Sure. So Astra and Diaz going with the crew. Atlas, I assume, also going back to the Chimera. Sure. Cool. Alrighty. Those who go back to Chimera, it's, much like you'd expect. The ship has been turned over a little bit. It's kind of like walking into a house that's been burgled. A lot of stuff's been pulled out, it's all been searched up. They're clearly looking for things. You see there's large...
all our bagels.
Ransackery.
There's large, things... Yeah, there's large, bits of wall paneling that's all been taken off, where no doubt these explosives were, stashed. You see a lot of the vents are exposed, and some things actually been removed, cut away, and have not been replaced. They've just been propped up. So there's a lot of basic repairs to do. But that can kind of passively be done as you're traveling. Nothing that's going to really interfere with the ship's general ability to fly. It's more just mainly that aesthetic kind of thing. Structurally, it's all still sound, but maybe a few things that aren't bolted down as well as they would need to be might fly around the ship if you were suddenly doing dramatic turns and things like that. So lots to do for Fizz, who more or less cracks straight back into it. Atlas has a shower. You get Diaz probably to a bed, Astra. Just let her sleep it off. Volgir, Cyrus, and Beros, you go down a few levels to the commercial level. What is it that you are looking to acquire?
Basic set of clothes, which I have an image in my head. He'll just shop around in his size. And also, any magical vendors.
You also may need to sell and rebuy any... Oh no, you're a barbarian. You don't want armor. You're good.
That's why I just want clothes.
Yep.
How fancy clothes are we thinking here? Are we thinking like the finest clothes, expensive fabrics, expertly crafted? Are we thinking more resilient for like travel? Like, you know, what's the kind of...
Like travel resilient, engineer type clothes. I know I had the image of like a leather.
You can probably sell the
jacket.
clothes that Atlas bought you to, like, get some money back.
He has money.
Yeah, if you want to buy... If you want to buy traveler's clothes, it would be 200 shits or 2 gold pieces. You look for a magic salesman.
It will probably just be your bank if you want, by the way.
There are a couple places.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of places that kind of catch your eye, Sarah, you're looking around. There's the Astroforge Engineering Workshop. There is the Quantum Quills and Astral Tomes, and the Galactic Oddities Bazaar. There is, you know, Amalga Bank as well, the Umphalos branch of the Amalga Bank. There is also, probably catching Barros's eye, Celestial Confections Corner, little sweet treat bakery shop. Fewer places as well. There's the Nebula Nectar Lounge, the Lunar Lux Couture, which is like a really fancy, like, you know, clothing shop, which, you know, could be a good place to get more exotic clothing. But you probably pick up this set of clothing from the Stellar Armaments Emporium, which is run by this big gif who's like an arms dealer, but he has like a few, you know, like more rough and ready kind of like sets of like clothing and equipment, and that more overall-y kind of like stuff as well, if that's what you're kind of looking for.
I'm looking for a shop that might sell like rings of protection, specifically against good and evil, because Cyrus is well aware of what happened to him and what got it out of the bunny, so...
Or even a ring of mental fortitude.
Something. That's his focus. He's like, I need to protect. This can't happen again. That's in his head.
And while you're doing that, if we all spot the bank, Volgir will kind of say, "Is it worth popping into the bank to see if they can do something about your hollow strap as well?"
That is a very good idea. I was thinking that myself.
Other question: Ross, did we ever do a bank account for the ships?
I don't think you do.
Now that we've been pardoned, maybe. Wait. We bought all of those ships.
No.
I assume it's just going to be a hollow strap transfer to me from the ship, because it's been about 3 weeks since we sent that ship off.
Oh, I don't mean that. I mean, did we actually make an account? I can't remember.
No, but we can do. We can set up a bank account. We might also want to look around after this for a new ship in general.
We do need to. I think we said we needed to build one, didn't we?
Yes, right. Let's set up a bank account, because I think we have about 26 million shits floating about from the trading stuff.
Have we eaten yet? I don't know if it's the reincarnation or whatnot, but I'm kind of hungry.
No, but I did see a little celestial bakery down. Oh wait, is that offensive now?
No.
You're going to get all touchy about the celestial stuff?
Or else I don't give a shit. I'm hungry.
Okay,
As long as
let's
it
go to the
doesn't do
bakery.
celestial dip. If it does celestial
I'm
dip,
also like 1.5 feet taller than I used to be, so I don't know. Do I need more fuel? No. I don't know how this works.
Right, let's go to that
Are you a
bakery
large
and-
now?
I am medium, but I can't be any smaller than 7 feet tall.
So you're still the same as a human then, aren't you? Really?
He's like 7'2".
Yeah.
Mechanically, he doesn't need any more in weight or cost, but you know.
What is the date, Harry?
The date, let me get it up.
What month are we still in? Are we in 6? Or are we in 7?
It's still in 6th. You're in the 19th of the 6th.
Okay. No worries. Yeah, so we've had no money anyway. Barrels.
that's fine.
You go into the where am I? The eye. You go into the Celestial Confections corner. You see a Thrycreen behind the counter. Stepping in, you're in this little sweet-smelling bakery. You see there's like a lot of confectionery here, kind of like cosmic-themed desserts and treats. They're all behind this little like glass like panel that you could, if you were a bit smaller, press your face up against to and have a good look at. As you come in, the proprietor here kind of gives a little wave of one of their arms. They're wearing this like cute little like chef hat. They have a little apron on that says like "Watch the Mandibles." And as you come in, you hear like a little chittering, and then like it transfers into your mind, and you hear quite a jovial voice of "Hello, welcome."
Smells nice in here.
It is indeed, all freshly baked. Anything taking your fancy?
Is it worth us getting something to take back to the ship as well?
Yeah, if nobody's eaten yet, it's probably
Do you have like
idea.
a general selection for between?
I can do you.
Start counting, just
like an assortment of buns.
yeah, for like 10 plus people. Maybe some extras for the others. We want to get a good foot with that. The person from the council. Something. Which one came with us again? Which
I don't think we're gonna have enough for the entire ship.
No, I don't mean the entire ship. I mean that specific one.
Right.
Who's
coming with us?
Maybe their bridge. Yeah, I'm trying to remember who it was.
Oh, I don't know.
I know you don't.
It's a fully manned. It is a fully manned, like, military ship. There's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of crew members. If it is, let's say it's on the upper end of a dreadnought, the bridge crew is probably upwards of 20 officers.
If we get, like, 40 buns.
Yeah. That includes some for us.
Can you do that much? Like 20 for us and 20 for
Yeah,
them?
I can do a couple of. I'll do a few dozens for you and put in the boxes. That's fine.
What was the race of the emissary that's coming with us again?
There's the orc emissary.
Orc.
Yeah, something very special for like a special treat for an orc. As well.
For this one here, you have here, of course.
No, not me.
A different orc.
A different orc. Someone special in your life? Orc to orc?
No, someone we want to make a good impression with that we've barely met.
Certainly. I can probably find you something suitable. Let's see. And they put together...
No harm in giving them a good treat.
They put together 4, like, Krispy Kreme-esque, like, boxes. The big sharing boxes, the clear cellophane.
Yes.
You can see the inside. It's just packed with, like, a variety of sweet treats. There's, like, cinnamon swirls. There's, like, almond croissants. There is, like, donuts, eclairs, a bit of choux pastry, like a few little, like just little small puff pastries, things like that. A couple of choux in there, like just the whole little choux buns. Little mini cakes, macaroons, all just kind of packed out. And they point to one of them, and it is this kind of like slightly more rough and ready looking, like almost like a cakey bready thing. The top of it is like iced, like quite thinly. And they're like, that's a hand cake. That's very traditional, orcish, make good. Good for my orcish customers. Big fan of those ones. So it's literally just an enriched dough, just baked until golden brown, and then while it's still hot, we top it with a thin layer of just like essentially just icing, just on top, very very thin coating, just to give it a nice shine. On the side, it's not sticky, so you can hold it in one hand, and they like point it out to you and things like that. And every single one of these little selection boxes has at least one of everything. So you got like a little, it's not like that was one individual thing. It's all kind of equally shared out. And all of that together for the sharing boxes will be... It's not terribly expensive.
Put it on the ship.
I will pay for it. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't mind.
It is going to cost 120 chits, if you don't mind.
Okay. If I give you 1,000 jets, can you also get me a couple of your finest biscuits? Because I assume you do biscuits, right?
I have a great selection of shortbreads and oatmeal cookies, and I've got some chocolate chips in the back somewhere knocking around. Certainly. How many would you like?
Yes is probably his answer.
How many can we carry?
As many as you can give me.
Do you do delivery?
How many do you have baked today?
Subscription cookies.
I would need to go check. I've got a few more in the oven at the moment, but probably a good 100.
We'll probably come back.
I will take the 100.
I'll get them boxed up right away for you. Thank you so much. You're so generous. And they go away and they come back with another like 3 boxes of those same dozen boxes. Whereas you have 1 to 4 were like neatly little displayed, like all like really really pretty. These just like jam packed, like biscuits wall to wall, like the whole way along for efficiency. It's very much given the energy of like the. Give me all the bacon and eggs you have. Now, what I think you're saying is I want a lot of bacon and eggs. Give me all the bacon and eggs you have. It's very much that. Like, give me all the biscuits.
Beros, do you have a bag of holding?
I keep thinking of Harry Potter.
I was
We'll
just
take
going
a
to
lot.
I was just going to use the fact that Cyrus is now 7 foot tall to carry them.
Oh no, I was gonna say, bag of holding keeps them fresh.
Have you got a bag of holding?
I do have a bag of holding. You can store them in there temporarily, but we might as well buy you one while we're there just for business.
That is fine. I also have a very important question. I noticed the store says Celestial Delights.
Oh
yes?
no.
Yes.
By any chance, would you happen to serve a little delicacy that I have grown quite fond of called Celestial Dip?
Cyrus is just like picking at his orc teeth, trying to ignore this conversation.
Leans in close, even though they're speaking telepathy. You're not a cop, right?
No, I'm far from it.
Oh, good. So, you over there, the door guard, would you mind locking the door and turning the sign around? I gotta close for lunch.
Okay, well, lock the door and turn the. But very like, do I really want to be here for this?
He goes over and one of his little smaller arms that's like pulling the blind cord down, while his 2 main arms, he goes into a cupboard, like behind the desk. He pulls out like a little like not like a big box, but like a little one of those little small little lock boxes. He pulls out a key from around his neck, opens it up. He pulls out they effectively look like McDonald's dip pots, and he pulls out 3 of them. They have this like gold film on top, like shiny, almost tinfoil-esque on top, and they are like stainless steel. They're hard, but they're little dip pots with something like sealable cover, and you just see written in celestial like words across the top of it. And he goes like, I've only got 3 left for my last trip all the way over to my last pilgrimage to Calem.
How much?
Or how many? All of them or just one?
How much for all of them?
For all of them. Will be sad to not have any for myself. I could let them go for... You're nice guys. I could do it for 1,000 chits a pot. You take them all... No. Oh, cool. I was going to offer you a bulk discount, but sure.
No, 1,000 chits a pot. Totally worth it.
Perfect. Well,
He's a bit obsessed
like
with
cocaine.
that.
What is this?
he like locks it back up. He takes the little key off his neck. He just like coils it up and he just gives you the whole lockbox. There you go.
Beros, may I remind you that we're going on a military ship in a minute, so I would recommend highly getting a
Beros, you take the box. Beros, make me a just like intelligence check. You have any like I assume you don't really like proficiency with like Smith's tools or anything like that?
No.
I do.
You make one as well, sorry.
An investigation, did you say?
Yeah.
I've also got proficiency
14.
investigation if I can help him.
It might be enough. Let's see what Cyrus rolls, but pretty close. Yeah.
9. I rolled per.
Peros, you pick this up. It's not like just steel. This is lead. It's a leaded box. Which, you recall someone maybe mentioning before in the past that it has like properties that might block some magical spells and stuff. But you can't really remember the full vernacular about it. But yeah, there's gonna be something there.
This is where we find out he's literally eating miniature celestials.
No, I think it's so people can't like see into the box, so that they can't see what.
If you want to down, you've got a lead lockbox, and also 3 dipping pots of celestial dip, sealed as well. So once you open it, it's fresh to an extent, like long life shit.
You've gone from the freshly made guacamole that you make yourself to the sealed Tesco's pots kind of thing.
No, not even like that. He's gone from he's literally gone from like the McDonald's like self-dispensing like sauces to like the sealed container of ketchup. Like this, it's like the ketchup
it's the same
ambient.
Stuff,
it should
fresher.
be, yeah. Like, it's not going to hurt you if you leave it out, for a couple of weeks, but like it probably won't taste as good.
Next stop, the bank, right?
Yeah. Did we want to go Magic Place as well at the end?
Well, if I can get access to my chits,
right,
then maybe I can split the cost.
We can still fund you. Don't forget, between us, we've got.
I appreciate it, but I also have money that I can't access.
Yes. Maybe the bank could help you.
That's why we're going to the bank, Barros.
Oh, I thought we were just going to deposit our money.
Oh no, I said that's a side. That was a side thing for us while he tries to do.
I saw the biscuit shop and kind of stopped listening for a little while.
I had a feeling.
Barros never change. Just never change. Go to the bank.
Go to the bank. Unfortunately, Cyrus, you have no way to prove your ID because it's normally all on your holo strap. So you can't prove that this is your holo strap. You're like, this holo strap is for Cyrus Revenar. That's me, but I've got a different bod. So I'm gonna need you to make me a persuasion check to try to convince these bankers that this is actually you.
Can I make an intimidation check instead?
Sure. If you feel that the consequences might be worse.
He's not in a good mood anyway, so he's like, no, I am Cyrus Revenar. This is I got reincarnated.
Cyrus, maybe I should talk to them. Maybe I should convince them that you are who you are.
Yeah, especially if we're gonna put some money in their bank, they might be a bit more forthcoming.
All right, fine. Maybe I should have took that stupid horn off Astra.
It's fine. Like most of the time, like. You can maybe answer security questions?
Yeah, that'd be something.
I asked the cleric.
I know, I'm no sir, that is not normally a thing we offer. Look, I'm just saying, you've shown up, you're claiming to be someone, you're now talking about the fact you might have a piece of this person's body lying around with one of your other friends. I'm afraid it
was my body.
The whole thing here is quite unorthodox, sir. You have to understand.
What do you think I feel? I'm an orc now!
I didn't mean to have a pun, sir. Unorthodox. Orthodox, not orthodox. I didn't say that.
How about we calm things down? We're also looking to open a bank account here. A business bank account for our newly found business. We're looking to make quite a large deposit today. Maybe we can go through that, and after that, once things calms down, then we can see if we can get any proof of ID during that time.
Sure thing. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, even if your friend here is who they say they are, the only thing I can help with is if that Cyrus Revenar had an account with us, I could access the funds from that account. But if the funds are loaded on that holostrap, you're going to need to find someone who can unlock it. Not really a service we offer here. We just store money. We don't, tech support. You could try maybe over Grax, over at Astroforge. He might be able to give it a go. But there's a chance you might get locked out. I've heard he could do things like that before. But again, he might need some kind of proof or something else,
Well, thank you for the information.
Very welcome. If you'd like to store your money here, so you certainly can. We can guarantee its safety. We are also insured by the Amalgamate itself. It's accessible from any Amalgamate space station across all of Amalgamate space. We do advise if you're planning on crossing over to the Draconid sector or heading on a pilgrimage to Calum, that you do take some out in advance. If you are incredibly stuck, you can attempt to reach us via sending, and we can attempt a long-range transfer. However, there is a chance that some funds may not survive the full journey. Unfortunately, in that instance, you would be having to front that loss. It would be your call. We can tell you exactly the percentage chance of failure. It depends how far away you are from the nearest satellite. The further you are, if you are merely a single shift away, it could be 1%, and generally it rises by about 1% for every shift afterwards, on average. But that is on the rare occasion you would need to make a long-range withdrawal.
That is completely understandable. We accept. Okay, what is the process? Do we just...
Just you'd fill in these forms here. He provides you some forms. Goes like, and if you're nominating it, you can then have anyone you wish can pay into it from, again, any Amalgabank branch. They can pay in directly to that as well. So you don't need to be present to receive the funds, but you can receive confirmation to your holostrap that it has been transferred, and that is a free service we provide. No matter the distance, we can acknowledge the funds and notify you. Just the passive fees that incur, they are taken out quarterly from the account, based solely on any interest from the savings that you have with us as well. So it's all, you will not lose any money. You will simply be gaining by having it invested in other avenues.
Okay, that sounds good.
Perfect. Would you like to upgrade to our platinum account, or are you happy with just our standard savings account?
What are the benefits?
With the platinum account, so it does cost a platinum a month. However, you get holiday insurance. For any holidays you might be going on, if your luggage gets lost or you have to stay an extra night in your hotel because travel has been cancelled or unforeseen weather or war, that sort of thing, we can authorize those payments to make sure you're not paying out of pocket. It also comes with TEV breakdown cover. If there is a reliable TEV repair specialist in the region, we can authorize a select amount of repairs per month for basic engine failure, things of that nature. It doesn't cover any damage done from collisions or anything of that nature, but anything to get you going again, get you back on the road, that can all be covered. And there is also, as part of the package, you get access to our better customer support, so you tend to wait less time for your queues. Our long-range systems, we make use of additional satellites to try to decrease the chances of any failure, things of that nature. And you also get a different colored card to use at any of our banks. It's a nice platinum color instead of the standard beige, which some people find quite appealing.
I think Bulgar Industries deserves the platinum treatment. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay. We would like to upgrade to platinum.
Perfect.
And make our initial deposit.
Exactly. And how much would you like to break to deposit initially?
It would be
24.
24 million shits.
Oh, yes, of course, certainly. We can certainly get that process for you right away. I understand why you would like to put it in the safety of a bank. That is quite a lot to be carrying around on your wrist, especially if your hollow strap breaks. So with this being such a large investment, the system is allowing me to add on a free hollow strap repair service. If you ever break the screen or anything like that, or have any technical issues, we can have the repairs done at some of our approved areas. So we can have that sort of view as well. I
thought you did. I thought you didn't have any tech support.
We don't. We would authorize a credit slip for a branch, someone like
right.
Grax. So we would, in this, if you were in the amalgamate, Grax is our main port of call. That's why I know about him. But I'd be more than happy to write you a credit note for today that you could use to hopefully sort out your friend's problem with his hollow strap as well. That would be completely fine.
We will do that then. Yes.
Perfect. Again, those are available once a month generally. So just use them as you see fit. And that is it. He checks the form through and takes the deposit, so he takes the money. That's perfect. There will obviously be some slight interest accrued over time in the account. It's nothing too crazy. It's only about 0.5% every year on average. But with that amount of money, it will be generating a fair bit over time, I can assure you. And the 1 platinum will be deducted from each month as well.
That is perfectly acceptable.
Perfect. Well, unless there are any other questions, then I think you have everything you need. Thank you so much for choosing Amalgabank. I am Liam Tensworth. If you need any help in the future, please come see me or pop into any of our sister branches across the Amalgamate. We thank you very much for trusting us with your money.
Thank you very much.
Just simplify things. I'm pretty sure that works backwards. That with as it is now, we well surpass the platinum a month. So do we just ignore the interest?
Yeah. It basically was just cancel rights. Just assume you have it.
Yeah.
It's going to be such small money. Just assume you're 25 minutes. They didn't see the money.
Rather than playing around with things.
Yeah. Unless we jump forward significant years, it's probably not worth doing the math for.
We're even richer.
Yeah. But if that's the case, we got to do what we did. I got to do what I did way back, which was roll for 15 months worth of. That was an interesting.
Gains and losses.
Well, that's where half of Finnegan's money came from. We had 12-month downtime, didn't we?
Yep.
And he was just rolling.
Yep. He
I
just made that
rolled
dough
for about half an hour with Harry. Yeah.
Okay.
So
is that
magic
an access point each then?
Pardon?
Between me and Bert. Is that an access point for anyone involved?
Anyone who has your card, and then your PIN, basically, can access that account.
Should we get 3 cards? Because Cyrus is also an investor.
Yep. You can get as many cards as you want.
Contract.
Well, actually, everyone's an investor, so put 5 cards in.
Yep, you can get 5 cards, sure.
Else?
That's fine with me.
You can also you can designate the cards, but this will be Cyrus's card, this will be Ash's card now, so then you can, if suddenly Atlas takes out a big payment, you would be aware that Atlas did it. It wouldn't be
use my name.
When she's buying another unicorn, that's what she's buying.
Hey, I didn't buy the unicorn.
That's true.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry. You're buying another chimera, and Astra's buying another
Hey,
unicorn.
I didn't buy that chimera. That chimera was free.
He was adopted. Find at the shelter.
Yeah.
I rescue my mythological creatures.
Technically, Astra did too, but she had to buy him to rescue him.
People always use that excuse.
But yeah, you leave the Amalgam Bank. You want to head towards the Astra Forge Engineering Workshop, Cyrus, to see if you can get your hollow strap repaired?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's try that.
You go in, it's a workshop. It mainly looks like they focus on a lot of Tev modification, but there are also a few other gadgets and gizmos kind of all around. You see that there's a mannequin, and it's kind of standing with both hands on hips, quite proudly, in the doorway as you enter, and it has a jetpack strapped to it, and then a big red button that says "Try me" there. Behind the counter, you see there is a dwarf who kind of reminds you a little bit like Durov, a little bit like similar kind of like vibe that like, you know, but his hair is all like pulled back, tied up in that little like bun. His beard is also like swept over his shoulders, like split in half and swept over his shoulders out of his way. And he's like working very, very delicately on like a few things behind like a big glass shielded counter. And he kind of like, as you kind of, he's like, "I'm with you one moment there, just let me." And he's just like really delicately just
hands the holostrap to Beros. You talk to him because I don't think I have it in me to explain this scenario again.
Okay, we have a credit from the bank for a repair for a holostrap. Our friend recently got reincarnated, and it's not picking up his bio ID.
Oh. Can I see the docket?
Passes it over.
Takes it. Right. Well, you know, we could certainly sort that out for you, no issue. Chuck it here, would you? Yeah, he like comes around. He comes around a little bit, and you see that he is he's like sat in a chair, which has like a very gentle engine on the bottom of it, and it has like RCS thrusters all around. He can like glides around on the chair. And I see like takes it over. Thank you, mate. And he like jettisons it back over to his little workspace. And checks adjusts his glasses. You see he looks at it and goes like, right, okay. Let's see here. So just got to. He like takes a cable, plugs it in, loads it up on a little side panel, plugs it into his holostrap, checks a few things. Okay. Cyrus, how many chits were on your holostrap?
9,700,680.
Appears to be some kind of data corruption here. It's claiming it's got an absurd amount of chits on it, to be honest. I can potentially rewrite it for your friend. Or
is the number close to 10 million?
Yeah, it's normally like a debug number. It goes 9999999 kind of across the board sometimes. So it looks like there's a few variations, a few zeros on there, and a few different numbers. But in general, it looks like a debug number.
That's probably accurate.
Ogi will show his, which is at like 8 million as well. I'm just like, yeah, we're
fair enough. Well, congratulations. Would flex your wealth on the working class. He like mumbles away.
What a dick.
Okay, so I can. Two ways you can go about this. Do we care about the shell?
Not particularly.
Okay, good. Easy option then. I can transfer the money from this to a new version, just a new holostrap entirely, and also transfer your current add-ons you have installed as well. This is a celestial piece, a little more difficult to work with. They're a little bit older in technology, but I can upgrade it to a amalgamate style, and he holds up, and like, you know, as you've seen before, if you recall, the Draconids have like that kind of like almost like pointed teardrop shape, like that of like a dragon's eye. The amalgamates are that very classic Pip-Boy boxy style, and I believe we said that the angel ones was like almost like a perfect sphere, so it almost looks more like a smartwatch in a sense.
Yeah.
So
I'll take the Pip-Boy. I'm happy with the Pip-Boy.
So, okay, perfect. Is there anything else on here that you would like transferred over, or are you just happy to have the base features?
Gotta transfer over all the nudes.
Can you? I don't know if you can keep the old bio systems, but upload my new ones. Just in case people ask me, like, what happened to you, I can say, well, this is what I was, this is what you remember, this is what I am now.
Tell you what, why don't I transfer the funds off this first into the other one, and then I can try to restore this one to accept 2 signatures, and that way you might be able to use it again. It's not a standard thing, so it might break.
Don't worry about it then. Money's the important thing.
Sure, I mean,
And the add-ons.
the docket would cover it if you want me to do it. It's fine. Is the bank's paying?
You can try it.
Sure. He transfers the money easily. There seems to be, like, for this guy, he must do it day in, day out. Vulgar, he does it so fast. Make a perception check and then an arcana check to see if you can, like, track exactly, like, the systems he's using.
Yeah, I want to see if I can get a
Vulgar's like, shit, I need that app.
a perception check.
Perception first, and then arcana to see if you understand it.
So that is a 17.
That's good. Yeah, you keep a pretty good eye at everything he does. Let's see if you...
roll, so I'll take the +6. Sure, on the Arcana, I need a good roll on this one. It's cocked. It was an 18, though, if it had been not been cocked. It's a 14 on the Arcana.
14. You keep an eye on everything he does. You lose him a little bit in the middle. He's using an external program from his own hollow strap and something on like one of these main like master terminals he's using to basically, it seems like he's almost duplicating what's on the hollow strap and then deleting the old data and then using that to verify and like verifying it and transfer it over. But it's like whatever he's using, it's clearly bespoke, deliberately done for this kind of thing. Pretty high tech stuff. It's definitely this guy probably has a reason why he gets employed doing what he does.
If there was a cartoon, there would be a bulb above Vulgar's head right now.
He finishes transferring it over, and then he goes back into Cyrus's old hollow strap. He takes a few like a plasma cutter to it, and he opens it up, carves it open. He's like, "Can I have your end, please, mate?"
Give him a hand.
He puts it on your palm, and you kind of like feel like it's almost like. Have you ever had an MRI?
No.
So,
An X-ray.
MRI is slightly different. Basically how it works is there's like huge fucking magnet, and it actually turns all of the electrons in your body to one direction. It's a very weird feeling. But
it also makes you feel like you're peeing your pants, but you're not actually peeing your pants.
So you get this like weird sensation of like something kind of changes in your hand, and then as soon as he pulls it away, it just like snaps back to normal as if nothing had happened. But there's a very weird sensation for a moment, and he goes away, thinks a little bit more, and goes like, right, give that a go. And he pans it back to you.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Put it on, powers up fine, recognize you as Cyrus Revamar, all on there, all the data. He's like, I can transfer the chits back to that one if you'd rather, or you can just take the other one and have both. It's up to you.
I'll take both. It's nice to have a spare.
Sure. I'll just leave them on that other one then for you, okay? Save the trouble. You can always transfer them yourself if you need to. It's just the same as a second hollow strap.
Yeah, do I owe you anything for that?
Nope, chit's all covered here.
Vulgar will put down 5 gold and just kind of lean over and just go, so, that program,
what's it worth to me?
Where did it come from?
Look at the 5 gold.
I'm just asking the question.
It probably costs about 5 million chits. Between your friend and you there, that's plenty. Not even not even a quarter.
Cyrus will offer his holostrap.
Okay, you gonna pay it? Okay. Take off 5 million shits. Alright.
I can pay for it.
He types a few things on his system. He pulls out a cord and he just like holds it out to you guys. Just plug it in.
Nudge Vulgar.
Vulgar will put his hand forward. He's kind of scowling, like bewildered at Cyrus, just like, why?
Plugs it in.
Yeah.
And right, there you go. You have a duplicate copy of the program. Takes it out, gives you a little cable, and it's like, all you gotta do, plug that cable into the hollow strap, into there. It will give you a much bigger window of success for transferring these things over. It can basically trick the hollow strap into thinking it's on the right genetic wrist, even when it's not on anything. A few hollow straps have good resistances. that might be more difficult to overcome by, but most common hollow straps, day-to-day stuff, should be fine. But if you go down things with like high security, there's still a chance it'll fail.
You're talking military ones?
Military ones will be more difficult. They do work. But yeah, if you're just talking about average run-of-the-mill stuff, it'll be fine.
Volgir will pull out the spare one he's got and try hooking it up.
Cyrus will just like put his hand on your shoulder and just be like, not here.
Aww. Like a sad child, Volgir will just like...
Volgir, if you want to note down that you have now got the hacking program, if you spend a short rest with a hollow strap, you can glean all of its chits and any information that might have been stored on it. If the hollow strap has any kind of security or protection beyond the standard biometrics, it will require a check like before. However, it is successful on a roll of 15 or higher, not just a natural 20. So 25% chance.
It's successful on 15... Oh, so it's a 25% chance of failure.
25% chance to succeed. So if you roll a 15 or higher, it's a success.
Oh, sorry.
But that's if it has any protections. If it has like just basic protections, so like man on the street kind of style, or to be honest, like most people, like unless you're doing like military operations, they probably won't have like crazy protections. But it's, you know, it's gone up from a 5% chance to 25% chance, which is pretty monumental. Especially the data you might get from those is probably a lot more useful than, you know, Greasy Phil's shopping list. Cyrus, you want to go look for some magic items?
Yes.
Sure.
Mainly something rings of mental psionic, something of that description. He doesn't know exactly what he's looking for. But
I want a ring that stops brain going in my brain, please.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, this guy's got fucking issues.
So many issues.
So many
Had
issues.
horns on my head, now they're in my mouth.
Sure. So I guess the question would be, if you want to make me a persuasion check, and this will kind of come down to you, like, asking around, like, looking for things, go to different shops, you know, like, trying to find exactly what it is you're looking for.
No.
I'm so not persuasive.
Okay. I mean, Barros and Volgir with you, so if you want one of them, could probably assist you if they are.
Yeah, I'll definitely be like, somebody help me, please. I don't know what to say.
Is it persuasion or perception?
Persuasion. It's talking this like merchants and things.
That's all Barros.
Barros can roll himself.
You keep
if he
just
wants.
going in like, you got anything special in the back? And they're like, we're not selling you drugs, man. Fuck off.
I'll ask for the item that is being asked for, but as well as someone who might be selling a bag of holding.
Sure.
Persuasion. 24.
24. With 24, you're able to find a at the Galactic Oddities Bazaar, Zara Zantara, a Gazerai. She has a store filled with bizarre trinkets, artifacts, mystical curiosities from gathered all over the Expanse. She also has a grab bag at the entrance, which is labeled as a whopping 100,000 shits each. And she's like, could be great, could be incredible, who knows what it could be, could be shit, even I don't know what it is. But you're looking for a bag of holding, got a couple of those in the back. 400,000 shits for a bag of holding on my end, love.
Alright, let's take a bag of holding, and then let's round it up to 500,000 and get one of those grab bags.
Yeah, we can do a grab bag, sure. And you're looking for something that's gonna... So what exactly is it you're looking at to do?
Some form of mental protection.
Okay, so I've got a few things that might help. So there's our standard old ring of protection. Does the use, makes you a bit more hard to hit, makes you a bit more, fortified across the ability to dodge things and, avoid effects and things like that. So it will kind of passively help a lot of things. I've got a stone, a Tyrant stone of intellect, which is basically a stone that will boost your intelligence, and that'll in turn make you slightly more difficult in a sense to be affected. So it'll boost your intelligence by 2 to a maximum of 20. There's a more extreme version of that, which is a headband of intellect I've got. A little bit more, but it'll make you nearly as bright as some of the brightest people in the whole cosmos, to be honest. There's also a ring of mind shielding, which will actually stop things from being able to communicate with you telepathically, and it'll also basically, make you impossible over your line and not, or know your creature type. They can still communicate telepathically if you let them, but it'll be blocked out kind of by standard. Makes you immune to having your thoughts read. You can also, when you're wearing it, be imperceptible to anyone who might be able to detect minds, in a sense. If they were capable of doing that kind of thing.
That probably sounds like the best.
Sure, that's one of the more expensive ones. That is 16,000 gold if you're paying in good old cash, that would be a fair few chits. You're probably talking about 1.6 mil chits for that one. The headband's half the price, so it's 800,000. The Ioun stone, the Tyrant stone, sorry, is a little bit less again. It's probably one of the cheapest ones. It's about 300,000, and the actual ring itself, the actual ring of protection, it's a little bit more expensive. It'll be 3,500 gold in a sense.
I mean, I might get the headband because I'm not very smart, and so if it makes me smarter.
I've got a couple of rings.
Stone? Is that stone? Does it require proficiency, or is it just like a one-time use thing?
The Tyrant stone, it does require attunement, but it persists. So while you have attuned to it, it increases your intelligence by 2 to a maximum of 20, while this marbled scarlet and blue sphere orbits your head.
So, 1,000 fuck words. 106,000. What was the price of the ring?
1,600.
It's
1.6 million chits.
Yeah. 1.6 million. So I could afford 2.9 rings.
Yeah.
They only have one ring of mind shielding as well. It's not like a super common item. They've got a couple of rings of protection, that like just general +1s, but the other 3 items, the more expensive ones, they probably only have 2. They probably have only 1 stone, just because they're like a bit uncommon. The rings are like a bit more common because, you know, a lot of adventurers use them. Like they're just, you know, boost your AC and boost your saving throws by +1 each. But the headband and the ring of mind shielding probably have 1 of each.
Is Cyrus's eyes wandering towards the ring?
I'm thinking the ring of mind shielding.
If Cyrus's eyes are wandering to the ring of eye shielding, Volgir will just step up and just go, he'll take that and pay.
Cool. Cyrus, you can look down. You have 1 ring of mind shielding. Volgir, you can look down. You've spent 1.6 million chits, please.
Thank you, Volgir.
Thank you for the very expensive present.
Well, I figured it will do us more good in the long run.
Well,
I will take the headband.
Sure. Yep, there you go. You can look down. You have a headband of intellect. It's 800,000 chits. If you put that on, it'll boost your intelligence to 19.
Volgir, as part of his thing, will
if you pair that with the Ioun stone, or the Tyrant stone, it will give you 20. It'll push your intelligence all the way to 20.
I'm just imagining Barros putting it off.
That'll be an
like,
extra
I understand
300,000.
everything, and then just taking it off again. Like, that was gross.
So it's 1.1 million chits in total.
It's really intelligent, really funny to basically have something that boosts his intelligence beyond most people.
So with that, with an Ioun stone of it, it's technically, if you just search for Ioun stone of intellect, it'll be the same thing. But Ioun obviously is not a god in this world, so it would be a Katran stone. And then also the headband of intellect.
I-U-N-E.
I-O-U-N. Ioun.
Volgir is part of his purchase, so it'll be 1.8 because he'll buy 2 grab bags while he's at it.
Sure.
Just because he's intrigued. He's a gambling man.
Barros getting a grab bag as well, because you bought one with your bag of holding. Cool.
Is it the Ioun Stone of Awareness?
No, the Ioun
Or is it
Stone
just
of
the
intellect, or it might be intellect.
Insight, Fortitude, Intellect, there we go.
Is it?
And then there was the Headband of Intellect as well.
Yep, headband of intellect as well.
The other thing I will ask, does she have any spell scrolls?
I have a couple knocking around. What exactly are you looking for?
Protection of good and evil.
I have a few of those, yes. How many would you like?
Well,
The
how
level
much
1
are you
spell.
offering?
Let me just check. Fairly cheap. They would be 6,000 gold each, and I have about 4.
That's 600,000 chits?
No, 6,000 chits. They're quite cheap scrolls.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said 6,000 gold. That's
No,
why
6,000
I got
chits. These are one-time use items. They're not.
How many do you have?
I have 4 currently.
I will buy all 4. I will
Perfect.
drop down 25,000 chits, so I'll give her an extra 1,000 chits as well.
Most marvelous.
So, 4 protection from good and evil. Handy things to have.
So what we're learning from this is when boys go shopping, they go shopping.
Yep. We lost all of our money.
We were
We spent it on a
wrong.
good cause, though. Good cause, protecting the party.
I mean,
Okay, so who
last time
grabbed-
you wandered off by yourselves, just got robbed. At least you're getting stuff now.
So there's been
is a
3
thing.
grab bags bought. 1 for Barros, 2 for Volgir.
Yep.
Okay.
It's level 1, isn't it, spell scrolls?
Yeah.
I'm just going to put 4 in my backpack, in my bag of holding them. Sorry, pardon me.
Girls, I apologize for the long shopping episode, but Cyrus
Yeah.
had, like, objectives.
Uh,
He was
if
like,
you wanna
"This
roll
is
me-
Okay,
okay,
I'm just making rabbits on Hero Forge.
If you want to roll me
I'm making
Volgir a
Astra
D20.
in a different alignment on Hero Forge. So
The boys are shopping and the girls are playing dress up.
Just to double check, I am correct in thinking that it should be protection from good and evil, aren't I?
Protection
no.
from good and evil, yeah. It's a level
Yeah,
1
I'm just
spell.
making- Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Barros, you can also roll D20. And Volgir, if you're opening both of yours, it's 2 D20s.
7,
Mhm.
15.
Cool.
9.
Okay, I'll do Volgir's first because they're more out and about. So... Volgir, roll me a D100, please.
Oh, jeez. What's that? What's that? 94.
We all shopped up.
We're just doing the good bags. We probably should have done them on the ship, but
Fine. Feel it's just a random chance thing anyway. Okay. Just because this would make sense. What weapon does Volgir normally use?
bow.
Cool.
Longbow.
Longbow. You pull out from your mystery bag a longbow. It is a vicious weapon. It deals an extra 2d6 damage to any creature it hits, and is the same type as the weapon's normal damage. It does not require attunement.
Ooh, I've got that there.
Nice.
Cool.
You
I like
need to
that.
roll me another D100 for your second bag, please.
56.
You pull out a ring.
If it's a ring of mental fortitude,
Different ring.
I mean, having multiple of those wouldn't be a bad thing.
No, it's just like you spend 100,000 versus 1.6 million.
I didn't buy anything. You bought it.
I know I bought it, but you spent 5 mil on something else.
I imagine that will have greater returns.
Yeah. Hopefully.
How many old hollow straps do you have?
1 or 2. I think I gave one to Barros to be.
Roll me a
dark
D10,
light.
please, Volker.
D10.
Yes, please.
I need to remember which one's a T10.
Got this little gold
I
ring.
just rolled.
3.
Little gold ring with a little orange gemstone, little garnet, little red garnet set in it. It is a ring of resistance to fire. Cyrus, quick question. You've ring resistance to cold, right?
I do.
Does it require attunement?
No.
Because the new ring resistances don't. I don't know if they did before. So yeah, no attunement. So very lucky Volker. Barros got a 9.
My armor does require attunement.
That was a legendary as well. Oh yeah, mine still says requires attunement, so.
The Ring of Cold is just rare. It doesn't require. It just
Yeah,
says you have
it's just
resistance to
rare.
cold damage.
So the old one was a lot. Required attunement was more rare. This one's less rare. They balanced a lot of things.
Ring of fire resistance. Ah, that's why.
I suppose-
I added the wrong one.
Oh, did you like fire immunity or something?
No, I added the 2024 one.
Eros, roll
the
me a
2014
D100.
The problem is it has 2 different versions for every
Yeah.
single thing.
Yeah.
So I will put that on.
Free.
Does that mean you could make yourself immune?
You pull out a
if
potion
you
bottle.
Make a Dragon fire.
Yeah, he's currently fire.
It doesn't
He's
make you
been following
immune.
me
It doesn't.
forever.
Two resistances don't stack.
Hey, it just means he can be something else.
True.
Barros, you have a potion bottle you pull out.
Oh, a little drink for the road.
Any idea what it is?
I'm hoping it is raspberry.
Give it a little taste if you want.
It's a potion of reincarnate.
You see, it's a clear concoction with bits of salt and soot swirling in it. Give it a little taste.
I'll give it a little taste.
Yep, dip your finger in. This is as soon as you do it, you feel, but for a moment, the like celestial wording on Cyrus's holostrap. For a second, it almost begins to look like common, and then the effect wears off because you've not consumed enough. This is a potion of comprehension. If you drink the potion, you gain the effect of the comprehend languages spell for 1 hour.
Nice.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Or one of the
Just
cheaper
before you
ones,
put-
but.
Before you put that book away as well, Harry, I'm going to buy 6 more
Okay.
and just put them in the bag of holding
Sure.
for the ship later.
Okay. You head to OSEC dock, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I was just going to
yeah.
say just because we're in a magic ship and we don't get there very often. I was going to get I was going to see if they were interested in the obsidian egg of the Night Drake. I don't get much use out of it, so I was going to see if I could sell it, and then I was going to have them appraise the Kenku relic.
Sure. For the... Did I tell you a price of the Kenku relic before, or did I just say to refer back?
I don't have a price here.
I'll have it somewhere.
My question is, would Cyrus recognize this Kenku relic?
Oh, so the Ring of Shielding requires attunement.
Yeah. The Ring of Mind Shielding requires attunement, yeah. Because it's like actually an active blocking stuff. Echo Reach.
Sorry, guys. We're just taking our time shopping. Feel sorry for them.
It's all good.
What I was gonna say is like,
Master.
sorry. What I was gonna say is like, when we finish our shopping, Cyrus is basically gonna ask you, okay, give me the play-by-play. What happened? What did I say? What did everybody else say? Fill me in, because I don't know what happened after the council meeting.
Alice wanted to kill you real bad, real fast.
But
No
he's gonna-
loyalty in that bitch. We're full loyalty in that bitch,
He's
I
gonna
guess.
ask his boys
His boys.
to basically give him the rundown as to what happened, bring him up to speed.
So we just need to ascertain, are we giving him the full rundown, or are we interrogating him?
Barros will give him the full rundown.
I just, yeah.
Olger's like, exactly how Barros said it, but I had a really sick six-pack the whole time.
Just give me what cliff notes stood out to you, just so that I sort of know what you would have told me.
The brain go disappear. The Astra basically said it was you. After we all left, we had a chat about how what would happen if it was you. You shouted at Astra a bunch about something, but I wasn't paying attention. Then basically it was revealed that it was you, and at that point I realized that it was no longer my best friend, so I basically pressed the button and your head go boom.
You think I'm your best friend?
Well, yes, you and Volgir.
Oh, that makes sense.
Barros,
She's like, you're my best friend. Volgir holding up Barros's remote in the background, like,
Just like,
I'll do it.
Do they explain what it is, or just how much it's worth?
Would you like me to identify it for you?
That is, if you could, I could.
I can. It is a too small fee for that. It is 1,000 gold per identify.
That is perfectly fine.
Perfect. I can take physical money, or I can take it in chits if you'd rather.
I'll just pay in chits.
Perfect. That is 10,000 chits, please. Or 100,000 chits, sorry.
Too late. You already undersell it. No take back.
That's fine. I'll transfer the chits over.
This relic does not require any attunement. However, while it is in your possession, you can make leaps of memory back about this specific race. In this case, the Kenku. It would give you a extra insight into trying to work out things about Kenku culture, maybe some things of the past, things of that nature. It seems to be laced with memory and heritage. It basically gives you advantage on history checks related to Kenku culture while it's in your possession.
Okay. And I'll keep hold of it. Are you interested in this obsidian egg of the Nightrick?
Let me have a look. And they will have a little look at the Nightrick egg, which I will also have a look at, because I can't fucking remember what it does. So fucking long.
I believe it casts darkness.
Does Cyrus notice this, considering that we did this trade and they don't know about the trade?
So it also allows you to cast Evard's Black Tentacles once per long rest.
Oh yeah.
Which is a pretty fucking beefy spell.
How the fuck did we get that?
The hackers. That's a 4th level spell, the Evard's Black Tentacles. You can either cast Darkness or that. It acts as an arcane focus. It's a reuse of that.
I just realised you like to give us items with 4th level spells. I've got a banishment.
What was
that's more. That's more of a concern for us. He's like, here's a free 4th level spell. Have at it, and we're going, yay!
Or the obsidian egg.
It's like when
I could give you
2 levels
4,000
at once,
gold.
and it's like, yay! Oh no.
We're just walking around the ship, and everyone's going, "Where's Beros gone?" Well, he just seemed. I checked our bank account today, and it was empty. So I poofed him back to where he came from.
Back to Lush. Boop.
Boop.
I think maybe I'll keep on to this one. It might actually be useful.
It does require attunement as well, so you know.
Do you think there's a service that'll get you back to your home planet really fast just by banishing you?
Probably.
Like, you don't know where you're gonna end up on your home planet, but like, it'll be easier to get wherever you're going, you know?
Also, if you want to make a little note of those prices on the items, just that way in the future, if you do want to sell them, then you have a quick refer back to, and I will need to go digging.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys start heading back towards OSEC. Meanwhile, we'll be back in the Chimera. Is there anything the girls would like to do? You are transferred over. None of your pilots are on board. Daze is in a horrible state. So you probably would need an amalgamate pilot to fly the Chimera for you, or you can wait for Beros.
Hey, I know how to pilot. I completed my pilot strap.
You can fly, yeah. You're just not like the designated pilot.
I'm the backup pilot.
Sure, make me a space vehicles check then. Be based on your dexterity.
Okay. Wait, once I've completed the assist thing, does that mean that I then get to learn it?
If you spent the 30 days practicing, which is not just like with the assist, you have to keep actively practicing as well during that time, and which you can say you could have done during your downtime, things like that.
She also had 7 years.
Yeah, you probably learned to fly when you were back there.
Probably. I imagine it's like, you know, you've only been driving like classic cars, and then you sit down, it's like, shit, what?
Bear in mind you went
so
back.
many buttons.
Bear in mind, I'm pretty sure we said that you went back to just whenever like the first kind of like astral engines were being invented.
Yeah.
So you probably didn't get much opportunity to fucking fly.
I like to imagine she went adventuring with a little crew.
Yeah. Maybe on like one planet though. Maybe like
Jill
more
had a
traditional
shit-
adventuring, you know?
Were chits a thing? Like, did she arrive broke, or...
Holotrap wasn't needed.
She arrived broke as fuck on the edge of space with nothing, like no money, like...
Just a backpack and a dream.
I mean, hell,
What a
probably
god.
like all the way back then, Common was probably like a different form of language even.
Like Shakespeare-esque.
Yeah, they're like, what the
Ye
fuck
olde
is this bitch
common.
talking?
Does that mean
Please
you've
can I
learned
add
a
ye
new
olde
language?
common to my languages?
Add ye olde common to your languages.
Yes.
It will have no use at all.
I don't care.
It's gonna come in handy now because he's gonna have to do a puzzle now where ye olde common comes into play.
Yeah. Do you want to make a little dexterity check with your proficiency bonus?
I don't know how to add my
Just
proficiency.
roll it, and then we can add it manually.
Okay.
We can still do. We don't need the computer to add.
Dex?
It's just plus
Dex?
4.
Just dex. Yeah, dex check plus 4. Okay, 16 pretty good. You undock the Chimera, you fly along, you follow the directions, and as you pull it into the hangar bay, you get the first good look at the Thunderhead Tyrant.
That is a beastie shit. Can we have that shit, Beros?
How much? No.
How much? How much is it? How much for that thing?
We're not on the ship right now, are we?
You're not there. No, you guys are still doing shopping. This is still happening.
That's Will talking.
You see primary color system is like gunmetal gray with gilded bronze. It is a Baroque era style war galleon, which has like this thick ferrobrass armor, high-priced skull motifs, and rows upon rows of rotating turrets. As you dock kind of near the back of the vessel, you have to fly the length of it. It's 2.2 kilometers long.
Still passing it.
to put that in the
Still
scale,
has it.
I think the Chimera is like 60 foot or something like that, like nose to tail. Like it's not that big. So it's like the Chimera's 120 foot tip to tail. So it's, 5,000 foot, basically. More, actually, I think.
Flying the Millennium Falcon into a Star Destroyer.
Yeah, this thing's a
we're
monster.
20 meters long. We're a 20-meter long sailing boat. This thing's a bloody cruise ship going past.
This is like,
war.
bigger than that, to be honest, for scale. This is like a fucking planet near enough. And it's a dreadnought.
And it's just like, what the fuck?
So it's actually probably docked on the outside of the Omphalos because it's so large. So you have to basically fly out of the air, like the hangar, to get docked there. It's a dreadnought class. As soon as you land, there is always action, always go. You are probably, I would assume, wanting to stay aboard your own ship for the time being.
Probably.
At least until everyone kind of like links up together.
Yeah.
Cool. So is there anything you'd like to do while you're waiting for the other three to arrive? This point is probably beginning to come around. For your sake, Astra, she is not in the best of states, both in a hungover state, but also in a kind of like she has, she's gone through the 7 stages of grief again. Like all over again. Like, she's had the shock, the disbelief, the denial, the anger. Like as she's like coming to now, you can just hear she's like saying things like, it's just not fair. Like it's just not fair.
Ash just wrote in like, I know, darling, I know, and just like it's holding her, like stroking her ear, stroking her fur, just like holding her, rocking her through that grief, like not saying anything groundbreaking to her, just being there for her, but also checking to make sure Atlas is alive and bringing fluids back to days every now and again.
Yeah. And she probably like leaves out of that like, bargaining and like really deepens into that depression. And she's like, the only good thing is she's already done all this, so she seems to be going through it a lot quicker than she did before. Like she's processing it a lot more, and maybe it is the fact she was unconscious for some of it and did a lot of it in her REM sleep. But yeah, she's working her way through it. But yeah, she is not her usual self. No.
No.
You probably like leave the room at one point and you come back in, she's not in the bed, and you're like, oh fuck, where's she gone? And then you like just hear the shower run and you go in, she's like sat in the shower, fully clothed on the floor of the shower, just like knees to her chest, like arms crossed, just like head down, like the water just running over her.
Yeah, Asher will just help her through it as best she can. Probably breaks open Barros's secret cookie stash. I don't know.
Barros, somewhere in the commercial, like I think it's at this point, like Vulgar's like, I think we get a few more swag bags, and you're like, we need to get back to the camera. Like something changed in the wind, like
a sudden deep sense of dread in your gut.
Vulgar's grabbing him on his way out, sending chits.
Atlas probably looking at Ash like, don't tell him. Goes back in.
Atlas doesn't even really acknowledge you in any way. She flies the ship in and then she just sits in the captain's chair and just kind of stares.
Just somehow you can just stare into the distance. You just see a sudden dust.
Although to be fair,
as three
it is.
lads in it are running.
To be fair, it is quite hard to tell if Atlas is watching you or not anyway, because her eyes are fully black, so you can't really tell where her pupils are looking at any point.
I imagine if there's a stage that Daze is passed out again from all the crying and stuff, Astra will just let her sleep and go check on Atlas.
Sure. Whenever you come in to check on her, Astra, you probably find that Atlas isn't alone in the cockpit. Kind of like stood behind her.
Oh god, I'm getting murdered.
Stood behind her. You see Saparna's like standing there, and Atlas, you know Saparna's there because she's got her like hands on your shoulders, and she's like, holding you there. And she's not said anything, but she just came in about maybe 5 minutes ago, put her hands on your shoulders, and it's just been silent. It's just like quiet.
Astra's like, am I interrupting a moment? I don't.
Are you saying that out loud, or are you just like?
She's thinking it internally and just like hesitating for a bit, is about to like shuffle back.
Saparna probably still hears that.
Yeah.
Tarpana probably like knows that you're coming and like looks over your shoulder and like gives you like a little like nod in. And like you feel she gives you a little squeeze on the shoulders, Atlas, and then she like steps back.
So, how was your first flight? On with a ship, not in general, because you fly. That was stupid, but yeah.
I'm gonna leave you two awkward lesbians to it, and Savannah leaves the room, and the door chunk goes behind her.
It's a big ship, huh?
Are we at the back, the front? Like what? I don't know what's up and what's down in this thing.
It's like a planet. I wonder how many crew it has.
Maybe more than some planets.
Probably.
You doing okay?
I'm fine. I'm just, tired, you know? That kind of magic doesn't, come easily. To anyone, I hope.
It was mind-breaking what you did. Literally.
It's fine. It's just druidic magic. At least it worked.
Yeah, we got Cyrus back. And we're all here, well, relatively together. I don't want to know what the boys are up to. They get dangerous when they're left alone.
Either they'll be back soon, or we'll go pick them up from jail.
Or from a bar. Probably.
I suppose Cyrus has to learn the new alcohol tolerance sooner rather than later.
And also brushing teeth. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Lucky we got an orc with us now, I guess. He can teach him the ropes.
That's true.
I'm just glad I didn't bring him back with one tusk. That would have been embarrassing.
Been a little funny. He would have had another existential crisis on top of an existential crisis.
I hope he'll be okay with it. Suppose he doesn't have much choice right now.
He doesn't.
Meanwhile, Cyrus is like walking into door frames, being like, "Fuck this."
I mean, I don't know if Cyrus was ever actually okay.
I like to imagine that's what like the first week of Trent having horns was like, just walking through doors and be like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Cyrus was ever actually okay. And I don't know if what he told me as not Cyrus was true, so I need to figure that out. But I don't think any of us are really okay these days.
Let's just hope we didn't fuck up the big plan by doing what I did.
Well, I have contingency. Astro holds up the horn. Maybe we can do something with this. Maybe there's enough Cyrus in this that we can do something. But hey, Cyrus is braving and being a little shit again. He's just a little bit bigger of a shit than usual.
What did I do?
It's Cyrus.
What didn't you do?
You did wonderfully. You're the only one who could have done it.
Well,
And you checked us into shape to do it, so...
I just feel like nobody wanted me to do it. But I couldn't see a different way out. I don't know.
I think I was hesitant for own reasons. Barros was playing a long game from things like Bulgar. It's hard to know. Maybe he just wanted Cyrus dead in general. But Astra's trying to get Atlas to laugh a little bit, so she's being a little bit more sassy. Good.
This is an interesting sassy.
Fucking taking shots at everybody.
Fucking... It shots across the bow time, this. Fucking hell. Full port side here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said when Mary cut off her mic. We're getting broadsided.
Yeah. We're out.
And even though I am
lives
laughing,
jumping.
you don't get anything from Atlas.
And we're bringing back
Although
the
to be
British-
fair, she's an owlin, so it's not really like you can even get like a corner lip twitch or anything from an owlin. It's like all in, you know. They laugh or they don't.
She's also
We're buying rings of protection, we're buying buns, we're trying to like look after the party, and they're fucking shitting on us!
Hey, I haven't said anything bad about you yet.
Do you know the worst bit of it is? Do you know the worst bit of it is? They will still take a bun and won't say jack shit about it. We've got a smile and act like we don't
Okay,
know.
you're telling me you've never been talking absolute shit about a coworker, and then when they bring in cake for their birthday, you're like, of course I will have a slice.
No, because the guys I normally talk shit about don't bring.
No, don't bring in
for the birthday.
cake.
No,
Never
they're
say
usually
no
the
to
ones
cake.
that walk in and goes, "Where's my cake?"
Never say no to kids.
Expecting everyone
My
else to
nan
buy it.
always used to tell me if I was trying to make friends, I should bring in like something I baked because everybody likes cake. And she was like, and then if they turn on you, it's really easy to poison them. And it was like, Jesus Christ, Nan.
Why don't eat your baked goods?
I'm worried about eating my nan's cupcakes now, you know?
Sorry, we've sidetracked you two.
yeah, you did good. Better than the rest we're gonna do.
Yeah, I just happened to have a spell that was useful. And anyway, he came back for you guys. I just built the body to put it in.
He came back for you too.
That's not how it works. They come back for the offerings, the words, They can't come back into a body that's, you know, its head exploded by a kobold-based bomb, but I just made the meat.
Don't take yourself out of the equation.
Trust me, the last time I tried to do it, it didn't work half as well. No, it didn't work at all.
I feel like that's going to need to be explained further, but thank you for bringing Cyrus back properly. Glad it worked this time.
I'm just glad he didn't come back as a gnome. I don't think I would have lived it down if he came back as a gnome.
I mean, I feel like Paris would have loved that a little bit. I don't know why. It just Cyrus would like.
Now I'm just imagining Gnome Cyrus being exactly like Scrappy Doo, like let me at him. As we just like hold him up and his legs are running.
Let's get it all right. Cyrus actually came back because we gave him no choice. He wasn't leaving Bolgeko. There's no.
Contract. It's in the contract.
It precedes death and life.
Hey buddy, just to let you know, you can't legally die until I've signed off.
But you actually owe us 10 million for dying now. Plus any resurrection fees that we incur.
I've just paid back 5 of that, so
That's to Volga, they were 5s to me.
I'll get you later on.
Oh, and that 1.6 million, that's on a loan of 300% every hour.
You also didn't file your pre-dying permissions.
Yeah, that's a further 20 million pound fine.
I'm sorry, you didn't give the Brian a chance.
I think we could.
Volgar's like, wait, don't kill him! You need to fill out these forms first. How's Days doing?
She's going through it. She's crying and shouting and screaming. She's just going through it. Not as much as I thought. Maybe because it kind of happened before. Just trying to be there for her as best we can, I suppose. But
I think it's the best you can. I mean, like, not to put it all on you, but I'm pretty sure she's not going to want to talk to me about it.
you never know. She might not want to talk to anyone about it for a while. Not properly. She might just want to get through it. But I should probably go back checking on her, but I hope you're okay. I know things have been crazy and we hadn't proper time to get away from everything, but
don't worry about it, Afra. I had plenty of time to get away.
it didn't feel like that.
You?
Not to us. And I know you said 6. Was it 6 or 7?
7.
7.
Just about. Maybe a couple months off.
Hey, you got 7 years away from Cyrus. And us. Whether that was a good thing or a bad thing. It's your decision.
It was different, I guess. It felt really weird at first because I was so used to having you around, and then after a couple of years it was like I'd missed you longer than I knew you, and then it wasn't as bad.
You started to forget to miss. And then you got thrown back into us again.
I guess I just accepted that you were gone. It was... I mean, for a while I thought that maybe you might be out there too. Like, maybe we all got sent back. So I looked for you, but I didn't find you, and then I worried that maybe you had died, and then after a while I just kind of accepted that I wouldn't ever know what happened to you. So I just kind of pretended you were all still doing what you were doing. I guess you were, but just for a few seconds. I think that made it easier because you hadn't existed yet, so you weren't dead yet. So I could pretend that you all got what you wanted. Like, making up stories in my head. I mean, it wasn't like I could look it up because it was all yet to happen, so... I just pretended everything had turned out okay somehow. I did my bit, and you didn't need me anymore, and you would go on to solve everything.
I can't even imagine how that would feel or be like, losing your friends, but not really knowing what was going on or what happened. But if something happened, you do realize we tear open heaven, earth, and all the planets in between to find you, right?
I thought you would. I mean, I know now that I wasn't gone for that long, so you didn't really have time to, but I kind of thought you would, and then you didn't. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It was a few seconds, so it doesn't matter.
To you. It'll still matter to you, and I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry we couldn't be there.
Okay. I made new friends.
That's good. Were they more normal? Like, that wouldn't be hard to do.
You know...
What were they like?
No. And you'd think that wouldn't be hard, right? You'd think it wouldn't be hard to find more normal people than what we ended up with. And yet... I think it must be my fault, because I just ended up with another weird cast and crew. So...
We're they also somewhat concernedly addicted to celestial dip and cookies?
No. I don't think
Fuck you,
celestial
Astra.
dip exists yet. I mean, cookies existed, but the sugar refining process still wasn't super great, so everything always just tasted a little. Also, like, way too much boiling stuff. Like,
Not seasoning, just water.
yeah, I mean, like, you know, it was before the pollution, so, like, food back home tasted better, but, like, God, you have all these herbs growing and you're using, like, 2 of them. They're gonna be gone soon. Those herbs are probably extinct now. I should have taken seeds. I didn't know I was coming back.
Maybe there's a druid thing where you can just reincarnate a plant. Because you know what it looks like.
Maybe. I could become an exotic herb dealer. Like an actual sense, not a drug dealing sense.
Whichever floats your ship, I suppose.
Celestial dip dealer.
Celestial dip dealer.
But I'm glad you made friends, even if they weren't all that normal. Yeah. Glad
I
you
don't
had
think
people to
normal
help
friends
you.
will stick around.
There's no such thing as normal enemies, really, I don't think.
I think normal people look at situations like mine and go, nah. I mean, hell, normal people don't want to go on adventures. They're like, I've got a wife and kids to get home to. Dear God, no, I do not want to fight a wyvern.
Normal's a bit boring, then. It's not for us.
Maybe if we make it through, you know, saving the universe and retire. And,
Yeah.
or, you know, we'll be normal and Barros will be
Barrels.
whatever Barros is.
He'll just be hoarding celestial dip, probably. And selling it
All
out.
of us will be going off to our normal lives, and Barros will be like, okay, so swimming pool, but celestial dip, and one of those slip and slides that goes into the pool, but also celestial dip.
And also
Let's get
the
it
little
right.
mushroom
He's
things, but made out of cookies.
While this
He's gonna
discussion is
abort the
happening,
factory of celestial dip production.
While the discussion is happening, the 3 boys are aboard a shuttle at OSEC dock, and they get ferried out, and they land in a hangar nearby. You see many people busying themselves around. You see the Chimera as well. If you ask any of the guys about where you know, the other members of your crew are, you're told that they've all chosen, at least at the moment, to remain on the Chimera. But that whenever you're ready, the High Admiral would love to meet you, and Chieftain Kino Traclo is in their quarters and also is there available.
As
Pardon me.
we're flying along, Volga probably looks at Barros and goes, "Didn't we leave the ship over that direction? Where we go? You said we're going to our ship. Why is our ship over?" Right.
Maybe they had somebody
flew
bring it
my
in.
ship.
Yeah.
Well, we arranged for it to be moved.
Yeah.
Someone literally asked
yeah.
us.
True.
It's true.
That's true.
Yeah, they weren't expecting everyone to go then board your ship, so they're like, I guess you guys got it handled.
I love the idea
think
that a
there's-
guy was like, okay, now time to move these people's ship. Oh god, the ship's gone. I am going to be in so much trouble.
I am so fired right now. I had one job.
You go back to where the ship was meant to be, there's just one, like, amalgamate staff member on the ground rocking, like, oh, I'm gonna lose my job.
I think our first point is probably check in with everyone, get them some food, figure out what we're doing next, and then go meet the chieftain or admiral
Yeah.
next.
It's when we haven't told them what size the ship was, so they turned up like a crew of 60, 70 to crew the Chimera, just like...
Something should be here.
They would know. They'd be aware. They're not like, they're not
but it's okay.
incompetent.
They've left me.
In prison that was meant to be unbreakable, the competent...
Unbreakable?
They didn't rely.
Yeah.
They weren't
Unbreakable
expecting, you know, gravity be turned off
Always expect gravity to be turned off.
Yeah. Expect the unexpected. Huh?
Yeah, you board up your own ship.
Hello.
Atlas is sitting in the captain's chair. She's got her little owl feet up on the dashboard.
Asher's probably knitting, but also every and again leaves, checks on days. If days awake, she'll just disappear.
As you're walking out, Volgir will drop you a bag, give you one for days. He will throw one at Cyrus because he was like, "Oh yeah, you didn't get one." And then if someone sees, where's Sunshine?
I'm right here.
And one out and give one to Sunshine.
Oh, cool. Snacks.
No, it's a goodie bag.
Goodie bag.
Does anyone want to, maybe Beros if you want to roll for Sunshine, and then Volgir if you want to roll for Days, and then everyone else has one as well, so everyone roll a d20?
Oh.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad one. I got a nat 1.
Okay.
I got it too. It's nearly not 20. Read.
Beros, can you re-roll, please? Thank you. So, I will do... You got a nat 1, Volgir, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually snacks.
Yeah, D100.
I actually got snacks.
D100, Volgir.
Sealed it.
Yeah, it's for Days. D100.
He just pulls out like the Expanse equivalent of those like mini packets of Haribo that you get for like Halloween.
Okay. She probably doesn't open it at the minute, but Days' package, when she does choose to pull it out, it appears to be a like a wand. It looks like it
Like a rabbit?
It looks more like a conductor's wand. But yeah, that would be what Days pulls out. Astra, roll me a D100. I see everyone just roll me a D100. I'll just refer back to your rolls because they're...
Sorry, Harry. Throwing shit tons of tables at you.
Roll me a D4, please, Mary.
Two. Oh.
Okay. You pull out a potion, Astra.
Something she's identify.
Taste it, if you want to just taste it.
Yeah, sure.
It has an orange liquid that flickers and smoke fills at the top of the container whenever it is opened. You'll taste. This is a potion of fire breath. After drinking this potion, you can use a bonus action to exhale fire at a target within 30 foot of you. They have to make a dex save or take 4d6 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a success. You can do it 3 times or for 1 hour, whatever comes first. Oh, Cyrus, I need you to reroll for me as well, please, because that's out of the charts.
I realise I missed Derv off, but we'll just leave that because he was the 6th person. But do that later out of session.
You can roll that as well. Cyrus, sorry, roll me a d20 again. Your 16 was actually. Let me double check my count. I think
19.
It's okay, fine. Sure. Roll me d4, Cyrus. I'll come back to you. Beros, you've rolled a d12, so that is 1, 2, 3, 8, 9. And then you've rolled a 23 on the dice. Okay. Beros, what weapon do you primarily use?
Well, this is for Sunshine.
Oh, then for Sunshine, it will be some kind of great axe. Roll me a...
I do like the idea of this little goodie bag, and like I'm pulling out a bow, he's pulling out an axe. So it's just like...
They're all like one-time use bags of holding.
Barros, roll me
Yeah.
a d4 as well, please.
Oh.
Thank you. So that
This
is
is where we find out this is all coming off like a dragon's hoard.
Barros.
And we're just pissing off a dragon more and more.
You see Sunshine pulls out a weapon, probably a great axe or something, whatever he primarily uses. He's like, huh, this is weird. You see that it is covered in magical runes. So it's that.
Trying to be nice to everyone, and then it just causes lots and lots of stuff.
So Sunshine takes the axe, goes, kind of weird, and he like as he pulls the axe back over his shoulder, you watch the runes begin to glow, and then you see one Sunshine appears next to Cyrus, one Sunshine appears next to Astra, one Sunshine appears next to Volgir, one Sunshine appears next to Atlas, and one Sunshine appears next to Parna, and then he like lowers it down again, and they just disappear. And he's like, huh, weird. He has a great axe that can cast Steel Wind Strike.
That better not increase the amount of hairballs on this ship.
Just hit Volgir from the corner.
That allows him to basically attack 5 creatures at once.
Oh,
Nice.
that was a useful bag.
Yep. That is, he can. It has 6 charges. It regains 1d6 till late dawn. He can spend 1 charge to cast a spell. So he can do it potentially 6 times a day.
Mad.
It's pretty good. So who else? Astra's got her potion. Sunshine and Days are done. Barros, you got yours, yeah?
Yeah, I didn't buy
Yeah,
them.
you already had them. So I didn't touch on base. So Cyrus, Atlas rolled an 8. So that is
Drop food on the floor, we pick it up again. Random bits of plastic and shit.
will be a D100 Atlas.
$57.
57. No, this is probably too boring. Do something, roll it again. It's a generic potion of healing. That's boring
That's
as fuck.
boring as shit. I don't want that.
Roll it again.
The D100.
You can bring people back from the dead. Potion of healing's nothing.
40.
Okay. You pull out this little perfume bottle.
Can I like sniff it?
That smells amazing. You can note down that you have the perfume of bewitching. It has enough in this vial for 1 use. You take a magic action to apply it to yourself. It lasts for 1 hour, and for the time, you advantage on all charisma checks, deception and persuasion to influence a creature within 5 foot of you. So really good for that, like, let me go smooth the big bad, or whatever it might be.
Let me go fuck this might player, I guess.
Cyrus rolled 1d4. Cyrus, what was your first D100 roll? 61.
The first one was 81. And
First
then
one was
it
81.
61.
Yes, okay. We go for 81 then. Okay. Cyrus, your bag that you end up getting, whenever you pick it up, it seems to have like golden thread, like lace thread on it. You could catch little glints. There's something about this bag maybe was a bit more special, which you didn't realize until you actually went to open it. Roll me a d6.
Four.
You pull out a spell scroll. Can't read it. Because you don't have any magic.
You're like, yep,
Yeah.
it definitely does magic.
I will tell you right now, you can tell based on your basic version of Arcana, it looks like an arcane spell scroll. So someone like wizard or, that kind of realm. Not like druidic magic, not like divine magic.
You know a wizard, but do you want to give her anything? I suppose you don't know she tried to eat your corpse.
I mean, she explicitly said it. That's well done. We could eat him.
Oh yeah, she did try to do that after you died as well.
Yeah, this spell is only available to sorcerers and wizards, unfortunately. Harry just set herself on fire.
I'll bring it over to Jezza and just say,
Oh, hello there,
what this
my
is.
big chunk of orc man.
"What is this?"
Let me have a little look. And as she rubs against your arm a little uncomfortably, she pulls it away from you. She opens it. Holy good fuck. Turns it around to you.
Bad.
Do you see what that says?
No, I can't read it.
This is a scroll of pure devastation. Perfect for wiping out armies, or as the last resort in a siege. This is a scroll of meteor storm. Oh. It is a level 9 evocation spell, meteor swarm. You pick 5 points. Each point, 4 points, sorry. Each point is a 40 radius sphere centered on that point. Anything in that has to make a dexterity saving throw. On a failure to take 20d6 fire, 20d6 bludgeoning. It has to be cast by a sorcerer or wizard. If they cannot already cast nightfall spells, there's a chance it will simply fail.
Jesus.
I'm gonna hold on to that for now.
Are you sure? I'm sure I could have some use for it.
I know you can cast it. I just don't trust you with it right now.
Well,
Remember, you wanted to eat me.
I do not want to eat you in your current form. I only wanted to eat the dead body,
That
which is
doesn't make
the
me feel
normal
any
way
better.
because you like eating meat. Have you ever
but not-
consumed meat?
I wouldn't consume the meat of someone I've traveled with.
Cyrus,
Even if
listen
I
to me.
didn't like
It is
them.
the ultimate respect to consume the meat of anything that is dead.
Hey, that's a core belief in my world.
No.
We're not in that world, though.
Snatch.
No.
It's in pocket.
You have removed the most powerful devastation roll from me. Were you worried I would use it as a napkin?
No. But if I have need of it, I will give it to you later.
I
Undisclosed
will
timeline.
practice of how I can do this.
Okay then.
It's magic sub beyond me.
You will get better.
Ah. You back away. You back away from the insane lunatic that is Jessa.
Yes.
Has anyone still not got their swag bag?
I did, but that's it.
Yep, roll a d100 or
I did it in the
so
G20
9 and then
9,
15.
D100 was 15.
Cool, yeah.
But you can just do that after save the time if you
I
want.
know, I'll do it now. It'll be fun. Doesn't take me too long. And it's not like we're probably going to achieve much else this session anyway. It's almost 11 o'clock. So, 9, 4.
All of the metals in Hero Forge have puns, except for the dark black, which is just punless dark metal.
Durlf pulls out a amulet. It appears to be a copper amulet of tiny interlocking gears. Faint ticking and whirring noises emanate from within. This is a clockwork amulet, which means that he can, once per day, he can forgo rolling for an attack roll, and he can simply just take a 10 on the dice. It looks to be very similar in construction to the Modrons of the Umphalos.
Ooh. Does the job?
I can't help but notice you didn't get me anything, Volgear. You're looking at me like you don't know who I am. Like I haven't been here the whole time.
Actually, Fizz, there is something I want to give you. And Cyrus takes the Moonlit Forge tools off his belt. And he's going to hand them to Fizz.
Oh.
Because
for a second, I thought that was going to be, I have something I want to give you. Stop putting explosives in shit!
No, he's got, because Fizz is obviously a dedicated member of the team. He is working very hard, though they may be slightly misguided. But Cyrus is at that point where he's like, I've got the sword, I've got the ring, Mahalstra, I've got too many things that I tune to, but also Fizz can make use of these. He's been very helpful. So
I won't let you down, Cyrus. Take some.
I mean, I would have.
Oh, they light up in the dark. This is going to be so useful. In the dark vents, where there's no light sources.
We're not using them to put bombs in the ship, okay?
Is that a... Yes.
It is.
We're not using them to put bombs in the ship.
No, we're actually not putting bombs in the ship anymore. Okay?
We're actually not putting bombs in the ship. I understand.
Cyrus is in the background, like behind Cyrus, going.
I understand. Yes.
Good. No
Cyrus, could you swallow this for me?
No.
Okay. It's in the back of his pocket.
You did it. Is it just in our? Was it in our food?
Huh? How would that end up in your brain?
This idiot doesn't understand how bodies work.
Speaking of food,
yeah,
we haven't eaten yet, so we got some stuff.
We got some stuff, and we got some stuff for their ship.
We'll go up and eat with the crew. It'll be a little less rude. Although before that, Atlas, can I speak to you, like in private, before we head up?
Okay, let's leave these two, whatever the fucks, alone.
It might be more rude if because we only have enough for, like, us.
Hey, we brought lunch just for us, not you guys.
Like, we don't have enough for the whole crew, just for like the officers and us. So,
yes,
maybe we'll bring the second bunch up with us when we meet them. But I think everyone should eat now.
You guys are in the cockpit, aren't you?
Yep, that was my assumption.
There is a healing notification coming through from the Thunderhead Tyrant.
Someone should probably get that.
Atlas hits Atlas before you can hit it. Hits it is like, this is Captain Moreau speaking.
Captain Moreau, this is Sergeant Maximus Varun Zero. I am the vessel AI of the Thunderhead Concordat. I notice that your vessel is also compatible with an artificial intelligence so grand as I. If you would like, I can link myself into your systems whilst you're aboard to be able to allow seamless communications betwixt myself, yourself, and everyone else aboard the vessel as required.
Atlas will turn back and like gesture everyone like,
no,
just with the other four.
It's up to you, Captain.
Yeah, go for it.
Perfect. I will begin the data sync now. Before I can do so, I do require you to say, fire forth the injection. Aye, Sergeant.
You need me to say fire forth the injection?
And the last bit.
Aye, Sergeant.
Aye, Sergeant.
Aye, Captain Moreau. Right so, toodle pip. Be there 2 shakes of rhinoceros's forefinger. And then the ship begins to turn from its usual green glows of Parna. It just begins to turn, literally, and because they are Gif and they are so outlandish, it turns gold and blue. Like, big gold and blue colors. And then you see, appearing where you once held the star mark, a holographic, like, upper torso of this like very grandiose gif, big hippo face, one monocle here, and then like another monocle here, and then you see, marvelous! I can finally see all of you. Welcome aboard the Thunderhead Tyrant. I should let you know that High Admiral Blackstorff von Tuskenbane, the first of his name and the last of his name, is ready to receive you in the main bridge whenever you have time.
First of name and last of name seems kind of a lot. Like, surely to be the last of your name, you just have to agree you're not going to call your son that, right?
Yeah, that or he's had an unhappy accident, which means he has no son.
Hey, look, sensitive spot, man.
Oh yeah, sorry, Astra.
You can tell him that we'll be up soon, within the hour.
I shall pass on the message. To do so, however, I do require you to say, with all of the might and power, please pass on the message. Aye, Sergeant.
With all of the might and power, please pass on the message. Aye, Sergeant.
Ah, perfect. You'll get used to this in no time. And then, bloop, it just disappears. And the ship goes back to its more green, like, lights and colors. Saparna's like, was I that annoying when I was in the ship?
No.
It's good to know that it's good to know that the 5 ones that we have match that one quite perfectly.
Yes, I think AI have quite a lot of distance to go, it seems.
I'm gonna make some coffee, and Cyrus starts making coffee.
Dunks his head on the way out.
Dunk, thunk. Fuck.
So are we heading up there, or?
I think Barros was trying to grab Atlas for a moment, but you were rudely interrupted by the vessel AI.
By AI. I mean, when aren't we rudely interrupted by AI?
Not AI anymore.
Atlas will like gesture probably to your room because it's closer. Look, we're not going to get everyone else out of the cockpit.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Sapano, we're using your room for a moment.
Okay, I've left some clothes out on the bed, but it should be fine.
That's fine.
You go. Is this your first time going to Savannah's room since she's been in there?
Yeah.
It's a fucking mess. Like, she does not pick up after herself at all. She's a fucking. Like, there's like glasses and stuff in here from the kitchen, like about 10 water glasses in here, several plates, like just like rotting food on one of the plates.
Meanwhile, in the kitchen, you hear Cyrus go, "Where the fuck are all the mugs?"
She's gonna have to do so many walks of shame to the kitchen.
Luckily, she's close by.
So I just wanted to grab you, first of all, to say thank you. I think out of everyone here, you have always provided the most clarity in what most of the time is the right decision. You have a lot of wisdom, and
did you hit your head while you were out shopping?
No. I think I should have listened to you. We should have killed that thing the moment we found out that Cyrus was dead. And I should have acted sooner and trusted you.
You did it where it counted.
So, but I worry that by not trusting you, you don't trust me. And from the sounds of it, what happened to you in that 6 seconds that you were gone was pretty fucked up. Like, maybe you should speak to someone about that if you've not already. But I want you to have some things. It's not a lot, but it's kind of some extra things that I've collected that I think you would use better. I want you to have this, and he'll pull out the obsidian egg. Night Drake. It represents Tower. It's a Night Drake.
Thank you.
And this represents you. And it's the little Kenku relic. I know, bit racist. I only have one magic bird statue, and it was a Kenku. I didn't pick it.
Alice turns over her hand and is like, okay, but you are gonna have to sit at the other table at dinner.
That's fine. I was going to sit there anyway. I made a racist joke about Volgar on the way in. And I want you to have this, and I'll pass on the Iron Stone. It's a stone of intellect. It's what kind of bound you and Tewa together.
You would recognize the holy symbol on it is that of Katran.
Oh look, I can have multiple, well, I don't know. I have the Iron Stone of Insight that I got from Saparna. How many stones can I have?
And like these like float around your head when you're attuned to them. So like you can have as many as you want. As long as you've got attunement slots.
Collect them all, see what happens.
Just Atlas constantly like, yeah, I can't, there's fucking stones.
Like, wait, I have the hive right now.
You know you don't have to give me presents just because I brought Cyrus back to life. Or to life.
I'm not bringing you presents because you brought Cyrus back to life. I brought you presents because you're my friend. And you just seem to be having a bit of a tough time right now, and I don't know how to make people feel better other than presents or offering them biscuits, and those very nice biscuits in there, they're from me. We're not that close yet.
Oh yeah, by the way, I think I broke your biscuit baker.
You fucking what?
I'm kidding. It's fine. I didn't touch it.
Thank God.
I'm fine, Veros. I just, casually lived a few years at the beginning of time and then got thrown right back into saving the world again, and I'm kind of getting whiplash from everything. I mean, like, I'm 30 now.
Yeah, you're old. You're really old. Like, I'm 20, I'm 24, like, that's a whole 6 years ahead of me.
I think I was one of the youngest when we first started traveling, and then I got Saparna, and that aged me a couple years, and then I lived in the start of time for a little bit, and that aged me, and I'm worried that I'm gonna start looking old. And I know none of you guys would notice because you don't know what bird folk are meant to look like, but...
Can I point out, you've gone from playing a character who was planning to live to the end of time to a character that is aging their way to death faster than any other character.
I was going to be an Aarakocra originally. I'd be dead by now. Just, like... If I sit down for too long and then stand up, my back hurts now. And that only started happening in the last, year, and I just...
We're crossing in the red light for me, guys.
You'll probably hear Volgar from the main lobby go, ugh, as he stands up.
Like Brian's crying at her.
That's not that's me.
I want to make sure you're okay.
Also, I drank too much, a couple days ago, and the hangover was so bad for so long.
Oh, speaking of which, I have the perfect cure. I managed to secure myself 3 entire tubs of the most divine celestial dip, fresh, that you will ever find. I paid far over premium prices for it as well.
There are premium prices for celestial dip?
Oh, out here, all the way, this far from wherever the twins are from.
That's the thing, because okay, first of all, they're not twins. But also, I lived in celestial space, and I've never heard of celestial dip, which makes me think that maybe it's not from there, which makes me worry where it is from.
I mean, the guy was pretty seedy about it, but the where we went to eat, like they were giving it away like pretty freely.
Space meth.
Like I'm
pretty sure you were getting it in Draconid.
Oh yeah, we got it in Draconid space.
Yeah.
You just bought a legal Draconid sauce.
I will
like
point out
Szechuan
for
sauce.
You, if we ever went back there, Beros, we have an entire freezer. Massive industrial walk-in freezer in the ship.
Gotta get that recipe.
Yeah. No, he just needs to go buy it in bulk. Stick it in the freezer.
You know, Beros, when I went back in time, I made some friends, and, like, it was pretty easy to find people, like, as nice as Astra, or as angry as Cyrus, or as apathetic as Volgir. No one quite as odd as you out there.
I'm one of a kind, baby. What can I say? Right. Anyway. Oh yes. A little note. I've been thinking, and whenever we save the world and whatever, I want you to have the Chimera.
The ship, right? Because I already gave up the...
Yeah, no, the ship.
I'd like that.
Me and Volker are going to need a bigger ship anyway, and I think this suits it suits you better. And I think from now on, if you want to sit in the captain's chair, it's yours.
I was just kidding about the Captain Moreau thing.
No, like you've passed your license. You passed your license. You know you know how to fly her now. I'm still happy to fly with Volgir if you need to rest, but like this is going to sound very silly, and it is as silly as it sounds, but I'm promoting myself to Admiral. When you get 2 ships, you're an Admiral.
What does that make Volgir? Is he still your first mate? What's a first mate of an admiral?
He's a
Vice Admiral?
Vice Admiral, that's the one. Thank you, Volgir's ghost in my head.
I wasn't about to let you.
This was a discussion in like Volgir Co before, where it was like, I'll be an admiral, and you'll be Volgir's like Vice Admiral. It's like, yeah.
knowing Beros would probably go, first hand? No. Crew? No.
He just starts pulling up random military ranks that have like nothing to do with it.
Yeah. You can be a sergeant. That doesn't make any sense.
Right. Okay. But I will. I'm going to go make a big grand thing of it. So just play along.
Sure.
And I'll open the door. I'll briefly address the crew. Oh, just to let you all know, I'll be relinquishing my title as captain of the Chimera and handing it over to Atlas.
Here. Sunshine Flex starts clapping.
Everyone was like, yeah, that's fine.
Join in and the claps are clap alone.
Master will clap as well, but also like, what's that?
Are you dying?
No, I promoted myself to Admiral.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yes.
Go tell Daze the good news.
Oh yeah, she can be your first mate.
And as Atlas walks further out, she's like, Saparna, you need to clean up in there. It is a tip, and that's where all our mugs have been going.
Whoa.
I don't care if you're a god. Clean your room.
I'll
What
just
the
walk
fuck
up to
is
Beros,
this?
nudge Beros and go, you made a good decision there.
No,
It's gonna be a tidy ship.
Okay.
It is. Right. Can you uninstall that cookie maker in the captain's chair and reinstall it in the co-pilot's chair?
I'll have a chat with Cyrus. I'm sure we can sort something out.
You see Saparna looks around and she's like, Daze isn't here. Eros, you're a fae. I'm your god. Tidy my room.
I've not worshipped you since I was 7. Fuck you.
Fuck.
He's busy grieving. Go tidy your room. You're mortal now. You need to learn how to do it.
I'm used to
It
just
comes
not
with
needing
sleeping.
sustenance and not needing to make a mess.
Well, you gotta get.
You're
used to that
telling
as
me,
well.
like, you're telling me that you expect me to make the food, eat the food, clean the thing I made the food in, clean the thing I ate the food off, and then at the end of the day, whenever I'm finished with my clothing and I get changed out of them, I've got to wash my clothes and then dry my clothes and then fucking launder my clothes. I got to iron some clothes, but not all of them, and then put them in a drawer.
Saparna, I will help you clean your room.
I miss being a brain.
It was partially my fault.
I don't need to wear clothes. I didn't need to eat food.
I will point out, this is one of the worlds that you helped create, and this is the rules that you set in place, so...
I'm the
blame
goddess
yourself.
of nature, goddammit! I didn't make any of this shit! Eat off the fucking ground, I say! Eat directly from the corpse of the thing you eat or the bush you pick it up from! Don't wear clothes! Fuck it! I just do it because everyone looked at me weird when I came out like this!
Look, if you want to stop wearing clothes, that's fine, but you still gotta clean your room. It's gonna attract, like, space rats or something.
I like space rats!
No,
I
we don't want
made
space
rats! I'm the god of nature!
It took me weeks to get the vents clean of space rats. We are not having space rats again, although technically Tewa did help. But I will help you clean your room, because it is my fault that you've got a body.
Fine!
I'd like to imagine that you and Tewa cleaning the vents of space rats was you banging the vents and Tewa just with 3 mouth here, mouth here, mouth here, all in front of the exits,
Grab a rat, throw it. Grab a rat, throw it.
I'll whisper to Volgir.
One's head's probably neglected because they've not got any rats.
I'll just whisper to Volgir. Is now a bad time to remind them that we're on a military vessel and they have specific cleaners and cooks?
Very much so.
Okay, but Cyrus...
Let them work out what they're doing first. And then...
Cyrus right at the end there, wow, I got rid of those rats so fast, and he turns around and it's just viscera up the walls, carnage behind him. It's aww.
Meanwhile, Volgir's standing there with the mop,
No, Volgir goes, right, I'm out, I've got something else to do. Starts pulling out his hollow strap, pulling out the second hollow strap, starts playing, fiddling around.
Saparna, I will help you clean your room later. We have to deal with admirals and all first, but before all that, Astra, I need to speak to you if you have a minute.
Oh, okay.
Go upstairs.
Right, I feel like being
Turn your turn.
You know, I always thought those two had a weird chemistry. And now that Cyrus isn't an Asimar anymore, raises
still
questions.
Siblings.
Are they?
Maybe not genetically, but we know and it would be icky.
I mean, tell that to my dad, but okay.
If I ever meet him, I will.
Sure.
This is my dad. It's sibling fucking is icky. Okay, I've done my bit.
Okay, so Barros and Volgir kind of brought me up to speed. They said that I
Where do you
yelled
go,
at
by the way? Do you go to Cyrus's room, or...?
Probably just upstairs to the med bay or something.
Sure, yeah.
Does Cyrus lose his room now that he's a different guy? Can we just confiscate that from him? That's old Cyrus's room.
My name is on the door.
You hear the Shaw running from Cyrus's room. Ash checks her room. Deez is in there. It's oh, she's gone back. It's she's reverting back.
Even funnier if Cyrus was I've installed this biometric lock on my door so it will never be stolen from me again. God damn it.
Yeah, yep. Well, not shy. We had a heated discussion.
What was it about?
Ravi, from what you did.
Oh. Yeah, that wasn't a lie.
It wasn't the brain talking, trying to...
No. I mean... The brain was probably trying to get you on its side. That's what it does. It manipulates truths. I did make the choice. And I did it for you. Our mother made me promise that I would protect you, and to my knowledge, Fife is the biggest threat that I know of, other than potentially our own father and the Illithid.
I'm grateful that you did that, but I still think... I don't think the light can be sniffed out of you forever. I don't think it's supposed to be possible for either of us. It's in our blood. Granted, yours might be more orc now, but it's still in there. I don't think your blood changed. Everything else might, but your soul and...
I don't even know if that's gonna work anymore. I don't know if I have a connection to Fife anymore. I have no idea what this means for anything.
Well, that's why I kept the horn. Maybe we can do something with it, because whilst we're coming up with plans, I was thinking of any long-term plans that might help with the situations. Had a talk with Zaparna. Granted, she doesn't have the power, but there's other gods out there that would help us. Ravi being one of them, potentially.
I mean, I still have the wishbone, which Zaparna gave me. Maybe that's the key. Maybe I don't have to be an ASMR. Maybe this is fine. Maybe this is for the better, you know? I always wanted to get away from Fife, and now I might actually be rid of him. I don't know how strong that connection goes, whether it is blood or is my blood even my blood now? I don't know how much of me is left. I know I think the same, and I feel the same, and I'm very angry, but I don't know if it's... I don't know. And I just... It's not to guilt trip you, it's not to make you try and want to save me or anything like that. I just want you to know that there is a potential threat that I cannot block you from. Potentially.
Cyrus, even before we knew we were siblings, this was always out there. You could never protect me from everything. And I'll do my best to protect you and save you from what may or may not be avoidable. We're in this together now, whether we like it or not.
Just promise me that no matter what he tells you, you won't make any rash decisions.
No, you're taking all the rash with you.
I'm sure that sounded better in your head.
No, reword. You have all the rash.
It's not any better.
You get what I'm trying to say.
I just wanted to confirm what you knew. I hadn't planned on telling you that, but since you know, at least you can prepare yourself for it.
I kind of figured you'd end up doing something overprotective anyway.
I've got to make up for some lost time.
Cyrus, you were doing it even before you knew. We all were. granted, I know I'm naive. I know I'm learning. And I don't know if you were awake for it, but I bitch slapped Jezza. I thought you'd be proud of that. Or maybe not, I don't know. Disappointed.
Did she do something weird?
She licked your goop and ate it.
Justified. Fully justified. Well done.
Thank you.
As Diaz.
She's not good.
Yeah, last I remember she was on the floor crying. A lot.
You fought her, the brain fought. She was angry and you helped her get that anger out. She wanted to punch something, you let her use you as a punching bag.
Well, at least the brain was convincing, at least.
Not quite, but yeah. You're too smooth, even for... yeah. You're usually a bit more awkward, Cyrus, come on. Both of us are awkward.
Fair.
So... we'll take it one step at a time. As we have been doing, we'll figure it out. We know what we need to do. We'll do it, we've got this far. Without
in a
them.
dream.
And maybe we can talk to Saparna, or I can contact Ray, or Del, Ray, whoever, to help us. Maybe they'll know.
If it involves me dying again, I'm not fussed on it.
Astra crosses out some plans.
It was not a pleasant experience, let's just put it that way.
Oh, I know, death isn't pleasant.
Let's just say my death didn't end with my life didn't end with my death.
What are you? Reborn? Remade? Rebirth?
Something to that effect, but less.
What do you mean less?
How much do you know about Abaddon?
Make a religion check.
How much do you know about Abaddon? I don't know, let me check.
24.
I think, maybe with the connection you find with Cyrus and like all this about the history of your family, you maybe have delved a bit more deep into it. You know that Abaddon is a multi-layered planet. And its outer surface is called Limbo. It's ruled over by an archdevil, as is every layer, getting closer and closer to the core. If it's to be believed, the core itself is actually a layer. If it's to be believed. No one's ever seen it, or come back from seeing it, at least. You know that the devils are locked in a war with Null. Demons and aberrations spill out constantly, and the devils and their alliance with the other Celestials actually fight constantly to deal with it. The devils have probably some of the first Dreadnought class ships, and they are made of this horrible black hellish metal. They are fueled by the souls of the damned, people who normally want material gain in their day-to-day life and then pay it off in their death. They give back what they have lost. You know that the battle layer is hard and harsh, and you know that devils who, as long as the devil does not die in the atmosphere of Abaddon, they generally, in time, depending on how powerful they were, they come back to life And you know that there are ways that devils can basically move up in rank and ability. Like, you know, there is definitely a hierarchy there. And normally devils who are strong and powerful and courageous and all this kind of stuff, or just lucky or just manipulative in the right way or whatever it might be to move up that corporate ladder, they get promoted, they become more powerful, and then it kind of like snowball effects from there. It's a lot easier to do more whenever you have the power. If you are a base devil, like an imp or something like that, or even the horrible lemure, which is like this puddle of melted flesh. The type of thing that when you first saw it in the book, it looked like you probably had to check the book was like actually a tome about like historical facts and not just a some kind of like children's folklore or nightmares that, like, you know, scare Aasimar to stay away from Lorien's mountains, you know, back there. But yeah, not a nice place. Eternal war, constant fight. The people there are quite negative, quite cruel, but they follow strict, you know, strict expectations of them.
I know it's awful, but I know there's layers of awfulness till you get to the core. I know there's devils and lords that rule over each part of the awfulness, and it just seems to be an eternal battle of endless war. A war machine. It's a machine going through the layers and the gears.
Yeah, well, I was a cog. A very small, weak, fleshy cog.
Oh, you're one of the goopy things? I wasn't entirely sure if they were real. I thought it was an Xbox at first, but no, it's a...
They're
No?
real. And I was one.
Cyrus.
So, don't make any deals. It's possible that I have some kind of contract that I signed when I was a kid and I don't remember it. I don't know if I can get out of it, but I would prefer not to go back there.
You were sent back to the one place you're so desperate to get out of.
Weaker than when I first went.
She'll probably pull you into a hug. Granted, she's probably like sternum height. Just be like, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. And hey, you, Baros, Volgear, and Atlas got me out of there, so thank you for that.
I should have shattered that brain before anything happened.
You should have shattered it. I should have crushed it. We didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know that that would have happened. It is what it is, and it happened, but it's over now, and we can move forward.
I did some research. I know you don't want to die and get lower or whatever, but I don't know how it works specifically, but there's higher spells where I don't need a body. I just need to know your name.
That would have been useful.
I'm too weak. I can't. I'm not that.
No,
You did what you could with the resources you had, and I understand that.
Atlas did it. Not me.
I should probably speak to her about that. I'm sure that wasn't easy.
No, I don't think we made it easy either. I think I was too wrapped up in protocols and wanting to get you back how you were.
I mean, I'm sure if the brain was as convincing as me as everybody says it was, I'm sure it was not going to be an easy choice anyway.
Is that you trying to toot your own horn?
I'm playing the
I
role.
was so convincing. I was such a good actor.
There's nobody
you
better.
Knew it was in
I'm
me
the best
and there was
actor.
doubts. You knew it was in me and you still had doubts.
Well, I think they're all struggling to determine whether it was me or you. The brain. They thought it might have been me.
Right.
I think the brain was trying to swing that. You keep a better eye on Fitz. That boy's sneaky.
Yeah. Bombs and brains and ship.
Bombs and everything, apparently.
I'm pretty sure
in
he's
the engine, for all we know.
I am pretty sure he's definitely going to ignore my order.
Oh yeah.
You hear a boom from the fence.
Bang.
That goes.
Well, good talk. Glad we cleared that up.
Yeah.
Kind of awkwardly pat you in the head.
That felt more condescending than usual.
It was.
I'll get used to it.
Who's a good ASMR?
Also, do you want this back? Astro holds up the charred wing.
Cyrus will take it, and he'll put it around his neck, though it probably sits like a lot higher now, because it's thicker neck.
I promise to latch on to Del and Ray like glue.
Good.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise with eye roll.
Astro goes back to days.
I'm aware of the time, although I would like to speak to Atlas.
Big Atlas?
Where is everybody? Are they eating cakes?
Probably.
Cyrus probably like awkwardly comes down the stairs.
Oh god, did he kill her?
No, she's checking on Diaz, and we had a good talk. Atlas, I need to speak to you.
All questions and complaints regarding your new form may be directed to the next available druid.
Just fucking
Fine.
go to the captain's quarters, I guess, because it's the closest room.
You go in, Sapartis, and they're tidying. And by
Yeah, I'm
tidying,
not
it means
there.
she's just like moving stuff under the bed. He's like, go away!
That's not tidying.
Yes, you can see it tidy.
I will.
You're
deal
putting
with that
plates
later.
under there.
So,
There's still food on them.
for the space rats.
I will deal with that later. Goes to the engine room, I guess, because it's the closest thing.
She was better at housekeeping when she was in my head, although still not great.
Yeah, well, I suppose she has to get used to her new body and everything that comes with it. Look, I've spoken with Barros and Volgir and Astra. They've told me pretty much everything that happened while I wasn't me.
Okay, so I don't look great, but I knew it wasn't you, and they were all like, well, maybe we should keep him around. Maybe we should leave it for a while. And I didn't want that thing in your head any longer than it needed to be. And I knew I could bring back at least like some of you, and
Thank you. Thank you for convincing them to kill it. Thank you for bringing me back. I honestly don't care what I look like. You have saved me in a way you can't fully understand. And I know that I heard Astra's voice and Volgir's and Barros's, but I know it was your power that brought me back. It can't have been easy. And I imagine you had a lot of doubts and questions whether it was the right thing, but all I can say is thank you.
I just figured the last thing you were trying to do was kill that thing, so the best thing we could do was kill that thing. That was the one thing I knew you'd agree with. I think from that point onwards was... I was pretty sure it wasn't gonna work, to be honest.
What wasn't gonna work?
Spell? I mean, it can fail. It does fail. Often. And I only had one shot at it, and the only other time I tried to cast it, it didn't work, so I figured, you know...
When have you tried to bring someone back before?
A couple years back? No. God, nearly 4 years back now. Well, not for you.
Oh.
Yeah, hell, I didn't even know if these supplies were gonna work. I mean, like, I didn't know if oil has changed in the last 1,000 years.
Well, I guess that's one thing in common that we both have now.
Oil?
We've both had to live lives that we didn't expect. Although, admittedly, yours probably lasted a lot longer than mine did. Couldn't have been easy.
Eh. Once I accepted you weren't coming back, it was pretty easy. Came back.
My experience was a little, I don't want to say worse, because that feels unfair to what you might have went through. I mean, I don't even know what you went through. I haven't had a chance to talk about it.
Didn't enjoy being dead?
It wasn't so much death as constant excruciating revival.
Ah. Well, if I'd known that was what you were up against, I would have been more confident bringing you back.
It doesn't matter. I'm back now, and it's all thanks to you, really.
It was a group effort. I mean, once I got them on board, and your head exploded so gross. It was...
I seen the results. That cell was very messed up.
I was halfway through yelling at you, my mouth was open, it was so gross. It was so bad.
Sorry about that,
like,
I guess.
I don't know if, like, brains went in my mouth or intellect devourer went in my mouth or a mixture of both, but I'm not happy about either of it. Like, they definitely have some kind of parasites, right? There's no way they don't.
Maybe we'll do, like, I don't know, a detect... Is there such a thing as detect parasite? I don't understand magic that well.
No. I mean, you can cure diseases and stuff. I don't know how parasites... It's fine, probably.
Maybe get Astra to do a once-over on everybody. Make sure everyone's clean.
It's fine. Once I got to the ship, I threw up so much. There's definitely nothing left in me now.
I taste that bad, huh?
Very funny. It wasn't the most pleasant process, okay? There was a lot of viscera involved, and I'm a little squeamish at the best of times.
Yeah, I hear Jezza sampled some of it.
Yeah, that was... She's not well. And the more she speaks, the more I think the only reason she didn't eat me when I was in that library is because I looked like I could fight back. But, you know, couldn't leave her there.
I mean, you could have. It would have been very easy to.
If I believed in leaving people behind, you wouldn't be alive right now.
Well, I guess I gotta be a little thankful that we're all a bit mad on this ship.
I mean, you look okay, though, you know? I mean, I didn't make you an ASMR again, but, like, it could have been worse. Your ear's a little crooked, but that's okay.
I mean, one of my ears was practically sewn back on by you a couple of months ago, so improvement, I guess.
And 2 tusks.
Yeah, it's the underbite is a little weird. It's my mouth, it fits naturally, but it doesn't feel natural. It's, oh god, now I know how Saparna feels.
Imagine that, but your whole body. I mean, like, I'm kind of glad that I'm the one who has this spell, because don't get me wrong, if I die, like, I would like to come back if I died horrifically. Like, I don't think I would feel okay about coming back as most of the things I can come back as. Like, I would miss my wings, and also lips kind of freak me out.
I mean, fair enough. But hey, Astra says give her some time, she might be able to know how to do that kind of resurrection without the changing of the body. Hopefully we'll never have to use it. Hopefully I'll be the only casualty, but you never know.
Considering what we're going through?
Yeah, be sure to pick up one of the protection items that we purchased, by the way. We went on a bit of a shopping spree.
I think we just need to stick with the rule of, if we see an intellect devourer, it's on site. Also, if we find out someone is an intellect devourer, it's on site.
From what I know, the thing made some compelling arguments. Everybody was doubting everybody at a point, or Astra was possibly on the chopping block. It's weird, because everyone's talking about me saying things that I've never said or done.
It was pretty convincing. Right up until it started, defending the gods, and then things got a little shaky.
Ugh. I mean, there's only one particular god that I would say I remotely consider liking, but that's because she's not been a total asshole the whole time, and she's helped you out a lot.
And she's not really a god anymore?
No, she's just one of the crew now, I guess.
God, we really fucked her up.
I feel really bad about that. I couldn't see another way of fixing it, and it's wild magic. I didn't know what it was gonna do, but...
I mean, hey. For all we know, if we kill the Illithid, all of those things go up in flames, so maybe we saved her.
A positive outlook. Sure, why not? Let's bet on that.
She'll be fine once she, comes to terms with housework.
Congratulations on your promotion, I guess, is also in order.
Yeah, there you go. Just gotta resurrect a member of the crew and disappear for 7 years and you get your own ship.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be pulling any disappearing acts anytime soon.
I would not recommend the beginning of time. I mean, don't get me wrong, some places are beautiful, but like, you have to carry all of your money all of the time, and it's heavy. The very least, you gotta get a strong friend.
I was without my whole strap for less than a day, and I didn't like it.
Also, if you try to show people it, they're just gonna freak out.
Like, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just, I'm sure there was some heated arguments. I could have said some very nasty true or untrue things. I don't know what it said in my place, but...
Honestly, Cyrus, it was all such a blur of yelling, I don't even remember what you said. I just remember being mad at everyone else because they weren't killing you fast enough.
Well, I appreciate your enthusiasm to kill me.
It wasn't you.
Still.
The Body Snatcher was pretty sure that you would want to live on in its Body Snatcher form. I didn't see that for you. So far, you've not been super happy about things being in your head.
Yeah, I also don't appreciate things telling me what to do, so... Good call.
Also, just the idea that, like, it was Daze's dad before, kind of just... I don't know. The whole thing just freaked me out.
I fucking hate the illithid.
Join the club. No way in hell I was letting you on the ship as that. You should probably have everyone fill out like an advance directive or something, though. You know, if I am brain snatched, please. Blank, blank, and blank.
I'll kill you without a second thought.
Please don't explode my head, though. Just like stab me or something.
Yeah.
Especially if I've got the star mark on. That would be so annoying. Atlas coming back, like, no!
Don't break the star mark. Kill you quick. Resurrect you somehow. Styles will just, like, put out his hand. It's, like, considerably larger than it used to be, but he, like, put out his hand for, like, a handshake just to be like, thank you.
Shakes your hand and then, like, attempts to pull you and probably just pulls herself closer to you because she's not strong. It's like, don't let Barros buy any more Celestial Dip. I don't know what's in it that makes it illegal, but it's definitely illegal.
Do you think I have any control over what that man does?
Just like to pretend somebody does.
Or Celestial Dip, I will have to kill him as well.
I mean, on the upside,
that
might be the best way if he gets Intellect Devourer to tell. Just give him a whole container of Celestial Dip. I don't think an Intellect Devourer could do that to themselves.
I don't think anybody but Barros could do that to themselves.
Can you imagine? Barros comes back acting a little bit different. We're like, drink this. And he's like, I have to go. Intellect Devourer just like jumps out of his mouth and runs for it. Like holy water to them. You like throw it on them like... Well,
right.
Onwards and upwards, huh?
Yeah, let's go talk to some fucking admirals and get evidence.
You need to remind Sunshine that you and Astra are still siblings.
What?
Just like let him know.
Oh. Okay. Supposed to leave the room.
Okay. You head out, link up with the rest of your crew, and get ready to head up to the bridge and make your introductions, I assume.
Atlas's cake that she left behind when she went to talk to you is gone. No one will admit to eating it.
You eventually, leave your ship. You can like get an escort up there, and whenever you do arrive, you are greeted by a little goblin who is kind of like, oh, it's such a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Commissar Cribblesnot, assistant to the High Admiral. He has a lot of time for you, so I'm sure he'll find a way to make this work. Come in. High Admiral, I have the crew of the Chimera here to see you. Fuck up! Cribblesnot, you do my fucking head in with that blonderdash. Let them in. And you kind of step in. You see...
Boulder Dash.
You see sat at his desk, feet crossed and put up on it, a chair straining under his weight, in his finest military finery, High Admiral Bragrast von Tuskenbane. As he comes in, you enter, he picks himself up, stands, you see he has a big saber tucked into his belt, a monocle on one eye. Ah, finally. What ho? Some people who might know what's going on in this world. Tell me, do you partake in duels? And as he asks if you partake in duels, that is where we're going to stop for tonight. And we will pick this up next time. Until then, bye-bye.